Hi. Hello. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. I'm starting super late today. I mean, I don't know if that's anything unusual for everybody. Hold on here. Hi. Hello. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh, my goodness. I hope you guys are all having a better week than last week. I hope we're all having a better week than we were last week. And I hope your weekend was good. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I'm so sorry I was late, chat. I burned my hand with water. Even worse. I had it turned on cold. And then I turned it on, I had it on cold, and my sink was just like, no, it's still boiling. And I was like, why? I jerked my hand out really quick, but I gave myself a little bit. It's not really bad, because it was water, but I was running my hand under cold water for a hot minute just in case, because I was like, this hurts. I need a minute. And then I also had to make food. Because I usually tend to forget to eat before I start stream. That's just the thing I forget to do. I'll get better at it, I promise, at some point. I just get so focused on everything else I'm doing that I just forget to eat sometimes. I don't know if that happens for anybody else though. Well, I mean, I'm sure it does, but yeah. Man, this weekend I got more auditions in chat. I got to do 2 new projects this week/weekend, which was great. That was super fun. I'm excited when I get to talk more about them. One of which I actually got commissioned for. And I was like, oh, I was like, wait, really? I actually got recommended by another voice actor. And I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. Genuinely. Oh, I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, they liked my, this person who also very talented voice actor. They're very talented. But I don't know. I feel like I treat every voice actor I meet like they're their own celebrity. So it's yeah, they're all to me, I'm like, oh my god, this person's so good. Oh my god, they recommended me. And I'm I freak out about it. It's everyone's their own little celebrity to me. But yeah, they recommended me and I was super excited and it made me really happy. And I was just like, it was to do an impression of a character. I'm hoping I did it justice. I did my best. I only had 4 lines, which that's fine. I truly don't care about how many lines I get or so on and so forth. I'm just happy I get to act. I get to voice act. And I get to help make somebody's project come to life and stuff. That's kind of the whole thing that matters for me with voice acting. I like helping people bring these passion projects and stuff they really love or they've really care about to life. And then I love seeing it makes me happy to see them happy, you know? For a birthday gift, I'm turning background music up a tiny bit. For a birthday gift for my really good friend Muzzy, I did this voice acting thing with another person for her birthday. And oh man, I was so happy. That's what I want my voice to be for. I want my voice acting and all my stuff to be something that makes other people happy. You know? That makes people smile. I don't know. That's just my thing. I just like making people happy, chat. That's just a big thing for me, I think. I just like making people happy. And my talents being used for stuff like that. That's what I want it to be for. I want it to be that I can help bring, like, and I think the reason is, like, because I understand it, because, like, I can put myself in their shoes, because it's, like, I have so many, original characters. I have so many stories, so many D&D character stuff that I've created in my head. If I was able to get 2 people to voice act, like, I have this, oh my gosh, I have so many, but it's, like, some of them, like, I can obviously voice act myself, but I mean, like, obviously, hearing somebody else voice act, like, my other female characters, like, it probably is closer in my head to what, like, it sounds like in my head. I obviously have ideas for how they all sound, but that doesn't mean I can, like, pull off every single one of them. But I have these 2 guy characters, and if I had people who would voice act that, I would be squealing and so excited, and oh my gosh, I'd be so freaking happy. Like, so I guess that's my whole thing, or my whole point on it, basically. It's just, like, I get it, I understand, like, and it makes me happy that I could do that for somebody else, you know? That I can make somebody else's, like, character they've created or whatever, and then, like, if my voice sounds close to what they envisioned, they get to see their character kind of, like, breathe. You know what I mean? Like, come alive. And I feel like that's so magical. That's, like, such a magical thing. But yeah, I'm getting sappy again. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe when we have bad weeks, I'm just like, God, you know, chat, I'm just gonna be real with you. This week sucks. And then, like, when we have good weeks, we have a good start to weeks, I'm just like, guys, I just really love doing this stuff. Have I talked about how much I just, like, love making people smile and making people happy, and how much it, like, it just fills me to, like, do something and then see that it, like, it made somebody's day and stuff, and kindness and I guess that's just gonna be the thing. When it's a good week, I'm just gonna get really sappy. Fine by me. I'm okay with that. Hope your guys okay with that too. Hope you guys enjoy my, like, little sappy, my little sappy, like, TED Talks, I guess. It's kind of just me just talking. Just, like, I don't know if anybody else does that. Does anyone else do that when they're, like, at home? And then you just kind of, like, you just talk. Like, there's no one there, but you just talk. Like, there is somebody there. I don't know. I feel like, I've met some people who are like, oh, yeah, I just talk. Or like, some people do that, too. I don't know, that's the thing I do. I just kind of, like, there are times where I'll just, like, be alone. Like, right now, there's, like, I'm by myself. But obviously, like, I'm talking to you guys, because it's, like... But, like, if I didn't have my mic on and I wasn't streaming... I don't know. It's, like, sometimes I just have those moments where it's just, like, I just talk. Like, I'm talking to somebody. But I'm clearly, like, I'm not, obviously, but it's just, like, talking out loud. Almost. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I do that. I do that, and it actually helps. Especially, like, talking through problems or certain things I need to, like, figure out what I'm doing with, so on and so forth. Stuff like that. But yeah. That was a loud bottle crack. All right, water. That was a loud water bottle sound. All right. Let me actually start the game here. I've been yapping for about 11 minutes. I've been yapping. Let me start the game. Okay, did I do this right this time? As usual, let me know if audio's okay, everybody. I think I did that right. I sure did. Yeah! I'm the coolest. Ta-da! Hi. Okay. Let's load up our game here. 3, 1, 4. Yep. I like how it's like you might lose progress. On what? The menu? Okay. Let's finish up case 1 and head on to case 2. Also, thankfully, this game does not require a lot of like keyboard stuff. I will say my right palm still feels really hot. That was the hand that like got burned with like the hot water. So kind of glad I'm not doing anything like super like with like my keyboard or whatever. Like otherwise, my hand is kind of like iffy. It feels kind of iffy. Okay. All right, it's time. Hello, Cuthbert. Oh, hi, Miss Tamora. Oh, great. I can't wait to forget how to say certain characters' names. You're a lot less jumpy than you were yesterday. I'm glad to see that you're finally getting used to things. So, what did you find in your investigation? We found out she didn't murder anyone. Take that. All right. Oh, yeah, just to catch people up. So I think her name's Celeste. The quote-unquote Maya Fey, I guess, of this game. Accused of murdering her dad. She did not clearly murder her dad. There's a lot of things that are very clear. Someone kind of framed her. We also saw it because it's like an Ace Attorney game and they showcase you know, the murderer in the first game, like the first case. So we know who it is. And we're just trying to prove it. Also, it's like D&D based kind of, like with the map and like spells and stuff like that. So we have to be aware of all that. Actually, I can show that real quick. Spells. It's like D&D based. One of these, oh, there it is. I was gonna say, like, one of these says, like, 5 foot cube, yeah. And all this stuff. But yeah, she's innocent. We're trying to prove it. We're finishing up case 1. You tell Miss Tamora about everything you've learned over your investigation. Also, we learned that the captain, or, like, the Dick Gumshoe of this game, or Detective Bad, I guess if you're thinking of the Edgeworth games, does not like her at all. He does not like her. There aren't a lot of clues that point to what actually happened. Yeah, I know a lot of details about the crime scene, but nothing about the crime itself. This means I'll have to rely solely on pointing out contradictions in the witnesses' testimonies. Oh, that's right! I think the, I think the rich guy's cabbie driver, or like butler, whatever he is, I think he's gonna be on the stand. So that'll make shit actually a little bit easier for us. Being reactive to the prosecution's moves is a valid strategy. Honestly, I think it was a miracle that you got the commander to cooperate with you at all. Right. You almost forgot. Oh, cool. This kind of catches you up without me actually needing to explain anything. That's cool. Commander White appears to really have it out for Miss Tamora. Actually, I wanted to ask you about that. There was no you. I just... bleh. Did something happen between you and Commander White? Oh, what voice do I want to give him? Oh, I don't want to give him a nerdy voice.
Miss McCoy, please proceed to the courtroom with your counsel.
Let's go, Tyrion. Oh, I kind of remembered her voice. Wow, cool. Good for me. The trial's about to start. That's not the voice. Wait, that's not the voice. Oof. You should go. The judge is waiting. Right. Another secret is left buried between you two. Well, there wouldn't be if she'd say something. Arya! I love Arya. I love her design.
Court is now resumed for the trial of Celeste McCoy. Let us review the proceedings from yesterday.
That'd be great.
Yesterday, the defense presented...
Pulling down my mic a little bit so I can see fully. There we go. Okay.
Yesterday, the defense presented some shocking oversights made during the investigation.
Yes, I personally saw to it that the investigation was conducted properly this time.
I see. I suppose that puts my mind at ease.
At yesterday's trial, we found an inconsistency between the crime scene photo and the autopsy report. Because of this, the defense tried to push the following narrative: that a third party must have interfered with the crime scene to frame the defendant. However, the prosecution has discovered another explanation. Because of that, the individual who discovered the body would like to testify as to what he saw that night. His eyewitness explains. His eyewitness account will clear up what actually happened.
Interesting. It is my understanding that the individual in question wanted to remain anonymous.
Supposedly, this witness was within the gallery of the trial yesterday. After yesterday's proceedings, he felt that he couldn't stay silent any longer.
So that's her plan. But why would the witness change his mind like that?
Because he's corrupt? Quote unquote. He is corrupt.
Did Steel One persuade him? Or is something else happening here? Very well. Let's hear from this witness.
Hey! I feel so bad for what's about to happen to you, sir. Oh, you corrupt bastard. Oh, man.
Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court.
I still can't believe this guy's fucking 80. That's crazy. What voice am I giving you? I forget what I gave you last time. I think I just gave generic my, like, normal voice. How do I say that name? Is that Rise? Did I say Rise last time? I'm going with Rise. I don't know if that's right, but it's okay.
My name is Rise Reginald Rudolph.
What a name! RRR. What a great, like... I'm a chauffeur of the equine variety. Stop speaking fancy, please. Name, Rise Rudolph. Occupation, servant. I'm gonna be honest, chat, I really like his design. I know he's corrupt, but he's got a really cute design. What if he wasn't corrupt?
I'm terribly sorry, but I'm unfamiliar with that profession.
He means to say that he's a carriage driver.
Oh, I see. But in any case,
thank you, Judge. Glad we're on the same page on that. Oh God, please don't let me be on the same page. It's like the frickin' judges from Ace Attorney. No! Fuck.
But in any case, it is my understanding that you found the body.
He found the body? Is that what they stated earlier? I thought he witnessed what happened. He wasn't there when the police were there.
Am I correct, Mr. Rudolph?
Yeah, he knows he's lying. He knows. Why do hot guys lie, chat? Why is that a thing? Just tell the truth. Just be good. Don't be a liar. Notebook. I don't remember this. Rudolph appears to be writing something in a notebook. He writes with incredible speed. His pen only touches the paper for maybe a second before he's filled. What? Yo, can you come write? Could you come over and like write shit down for me? That'd be cool. I can't write that fast. Oh my God. What? Man's magic. I don't know if you guys can hear it. There's an airplane. It's very loud. Go away. At least you came to bother me while I was streaming, not while I'm like auditioning as per usual. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle it. Oh my gosh. Man, I could handle it. He just needs to tell it. Just be like, yo, okay, I won't understand it if he gets really if he starts using like the fancy words. and all this shit, then I'm just gonna sit here and just be like, please, simple terms, please. I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Mr. Rudolph. Forgive me. I was merely taking notes on the people in this room.
Why?
Huh? Taking notes.
The witness has a certain compulsion to keep a record of every event that he witnesses. So why aren't we just taking the notebook? I mean, he wouldn't have to actually come up to the stand if that's the case. He could just, like, hand that in and be anonymous.
I see.
I mean, we know why he's here. We know why. I'm just saying, like, could.
Then I will assume we will receive an accurate testimony of how you found the body.
No, we won't. We won't, Judge. No, we will not.
Actually, I witnessed much more than that.
I don't believe you.
I saw the crime as it was being committed. And I wrote down everything that I saw.
Liar.
What? That is quite the claim. If that's true, why did you choose to remain silent until now?
Exactly. We had initially concluded that the evidence alone was decisive enough. Therefore, we saw no need at the time for his testimony. However, those circumstances clearly changed during yesterday's trial.
There's no way the prosecution wouldn't leverage eyewitness testimony from the start.
Exactly.
Something else is happening here.
Yup. Something else is sure.
Very well. Mr. Rudolph, please testify to the court about what you saw that night.
Witness testimony. Oh boy. Whoop. Sorry, chat. My allergies are getting me. Okay. Allergies.
I was transporting a client in my carriage that evening.
Where's the client? Who's the client? Oh, he's 34. No arcane art. Okay.
So he's a normal guy. We were driving by the McCoy Tavern when we heard a disturbance. This occurred at 1:28 a.m. Worried that something was amiss, I walked into the establishment to see what the commotion was about. There I saw the defendant. She was lit by the blue glow of the
That's a lie already! Those are broken. We already know that.
She was lit by the blue glow of the dining room lights. She had stabbed Flintheart McCoy and was channeling magic into her sword. She removed her sword from Flintheart's back, and as he slowly turned to face her, she stabbed him again from the front.
There would be 2 stab wounds then. Unless this is like the fucking little kid toy where it's like, put the square in the square hole, and she just perfectly puts the sword back through the hole. I just don't see that happening.
She soon realized that I had witnessed her heinous crime. She let the body fall to the ground and fled the scene.
If she witnessed you, like, seeing her crime, she would have murdered you. She would have ended stuff right there and then. She would have nipped that in the bud. No witnesses. Especially with her being a mercenary. I feel like there's no way she'd let that go.
Incredible. If everything occurred as the witness described, then I'd see no room for debate.
I still get to cross-examine. Hello? Excuse you? Of course. The evidence has always been irrefutable.
You don't remember seeing him when you left to look for Celeste. But it was pretty dark. Celeste, did you see this man that night?
No. This is my first time meeting him. And I didn't see him when I ran out of the tavern that night.
So, he has to be lying.
Does that mean he's the one who killed my dad?
She tries her best to hide it, but you can sense her
restlessness. She about to go murder him. She's about to leap over this desk and go get him.
It's hard to say right now, but it's definitely a possibility. The defense may now begin their cross-examination.
Okay. We already know it's the lights. This is super easy. This is easy. It is also case 1. Wait. Chat. My ears perfectly align with the press above my head. Oh. I don't know why. That made me so happy. And I saw it and I'm like, I have to make it fit. It's like my ears perfectly like perfectly on either side. I don't know why that made me so giddy. That made me so happy. God, I'm so easily distracted. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye and I was like, oh, I gotta match my ears up with the lines. Sorry. Where is it? Blue glow. They're not working. Yeah. Wait. No, this still is it. Objection! Yeah, no, the lights are broken. I thought about it. I was like, blue glow, but we don't know what light, I mean, they're electric and the stone's blue, so I guess blue light, yeah. I was about to say, like, do we know what, like, colored lighting that would be? I don't know.
Mr. Rudolph, you testified that you saw my client murdering the victim. You supposedly saw her casting magic while doing so. Yes, I could never forget such a grisly sight. That moment was burned into my memory.
You're stuttering already, honey. Honey, please. You're making this worse on yourself. It's already obvious you're lying. I don't even have to, like, really press you on anything.
I see. Well, it's funny that you say that. How so? Because your entire testimony was a complete lie! What?
Are you accusing the witness of perjury? Surely you know that such accusations can't be made lightly, Mr. Cuthbert.
My accusation is far from baseless, Prosecutor Steelman. Take a look at this report. The dining room lights are artificery devices that are powered by an arcane power cell. However, that same arcane power cell was broken during the time of the murder. The dining room lights had no energy, and the room would have been pitch black. The witness couldn't have seen anything, much less a homicide.
She doesn't seem very shaken by it.
Wait, I can explain.
There's no need, witness. You could have easily seen another source of light. Perhaps one of the McCoys lit a candle because of the blackout.
The witness clearly described a source of blue light. A candle or lantern wouldn't emit a color like that.
Then the witness was clearly mistaken.
The witness records everything he sees in his notebook. We're getting, like, really into this. He even remembers the exact times that each event occurred. So why would he be incorrect about such a clear and obvious detail?
This is true.
No. What the witness saw was clearly some form of magic. And due to the lack of power, it couldn't have been artificery. It must have been an arcane spell. Oh!
He's sweating. He's like, oh shit. Oh no.
That's it. What is it, witness?
Got him. Hell yeah. Put your hands up. You're going to jail. Interfering. You're lying on the stand.
I must have made an incorrect assumption.
This is like Ace Attorney. People are like, I know everything. I remember it all. I photographic memory. And then they lie on the stand. You call them out. And they're like, oh, I must have been mistaken. It was this, of course. Exactly what you said. And it's like, in a real court of law, that would not fly. Especially if, like, it's proven on stand that you truly write everything down so you would remember. I mean, they would be like, okay, let's say you're mistaken. like, that you mistook whatever, but you, like, claiming what the defense or whatever says, I don't think would fly in court of law. I think that would be a big no-no. Pretty sure. This happens so many times in Ace Attorney, though, and I'm just like, how do we let this go? They said they know it all. They saw it. They wrote it down. How would they be mistaken? I mean, trauma, yeah, but, like, how?
Please allow me to revise my testimony.
Okay.
What do you think of this, Prosecutor Steelwind?
If the witness wants to revise his testimony, then I see no harm in obliging him.
And you, Mr. Cuthbert?
He's a liar. Let him do it anyway.
If he thinks he saw something different, then it's only fair to hear him out.
I just realized, does Tyrion... I have to look at Arias. Does Tyrion have, like, cat eyes? He's got, like, the little black slit. Is Tyrion part cat? He's got, like, little cat eyes. Actually, like, staring at his eyes, this is kind of like me getting distracted again. His eyes look like like a coin slot kind of thing. Or, like, your doorknob that has, like, the little, like that little, like, circle hole in it for, like, a key or something. Oh, no, not doorknob. Like your house lock kind of thing. Like the lock on, like, your front door. That's kind of, it's giving me just, like, coin vibes kind of thing.
He'll tear through each of his lies no matter what he does.
Sorry, I just saw that and my brain started going. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, his eyes are kind of... Music sped up.
Okay. I remember now. Yesterday, it was revealed that Flintheart was killed using magic. I must have seen Flintheart's daughter channeling a magic spell. The spell was called Mage Blade. Am I correct? That's it! The blue glow that I saw must have been created by Mage Blade.
It's not blue. It's yellow. The glow is yellow. That's already wrong.
I see. So the blue light that you saw came from the defendant's magic.
No, it didn't.
Mr. Cuthbert, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
With pleasure. We already know. We don't gotta press. Ah! I went through the whole thing. Whoops! I forgot it was only 4 lines! I sped through it. Whoopsie. He just keeps telling lie after lie. Celeste is trying to keep her composure, but you notice her firmly clenching her fist. Oh, she wants to go deck him.
He's trying to cover for his mistake. I'm sure he's just making things up on the spot now.
He doesn't know how magic works. I bet he barely understands what Mage Blade even does.
Right. There has to be a flaw with his testimony because of that.
Well, I already know what it is. Sorry, Tyrion. I went too quickly. Yep, yellow rainy glow. Objection! You're lying. You're lying again. Stop lying. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Mr. Rudolph, you don't know much about magic, do you? Of course not. Are you trying to say that I should have recognized Celeste's Mage Blade?
Alright, calling her by her name. Bro, you don't even know her. I would say the defendants.
No. I admit that you probably wouldn't know about Mage Blade. But that's exactly where your mistake was. My mistake? Mr. Rudolph.
God, all the music in this game is a jam.
Mr. Rudolph, if you were aware of how Mage Blade works, then you would know that the spell emits a yellow, radiant glow. Which means the blue glow you saw couldn't have possibly been Mage Blade.
This is ridiculous. I'll grant you that the witness clearly remembers seeing a blue glow.
But what significance could such a minor detail have? A massive what?
It's extremely significant, Prosecutor Steelwind. If the witness did see a blue magical glow, then he must have witnessed another spell at the scene.
I was gonna say, he keeps mentioning it. It's pretty, yeah.
Preposterous. You don't have any evidence to back up that claim. That blue light made a large impression.
Ignore that, Steelwind. I'm losing it.
That blue light made a large impression.
Fuck, can I say impression right? Oh my gosh, in the witness. Moving on.
He wrote it down in his notebook, and he specifically mentioned the color. There's no way he would be mistaken about something like that.
Yeah, you fucked up on that regard. Sorry, buddy.
So what did you really see, Mr. Rudolph? Did you see my client at the scene, casting a spell that she couldn't possibly cast? Or did you see another mage at the scene? Well...
Your Honor, the defense has no right to accuse the witness like this.
Let me remind you that perjury is a crime, Mr. Rudolph. If you're found to have lied in your testimony, you will be prosecuted. No, wait, please.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get out here, you bitch. Yeah, to all the lurkers, you are safe. Don't worry. I don't call people out.
Okay. Now,
oh, what voice did I give you? Oh, you're British. You were British. I remember. I think you're British, rich bitch. You're rich bitch because you're an asshole.
Oh, the thing is, can I get the voice to go?
What did I tried to do a Zelda voice at one point.
No, that is quite enough of that.
There we go. It's there for a little bit. It'll come and go. I'm not the greatest at that.
Garrick Pierce suddenly steps down from the gallery and walks to the witness stand. Let's go!
Get out here! You're gonna go to jail. Well, not jail. You're gonna die. You will be executed, sir.
He's breaking every possible rule in the book, but no one in the room moves to stop him. The bailiff looks to the judge nervously, but the judge just narrows his eyes and carefully watches Pierce. Pierce, meanwhile, shoves the still flustered Rudolph.
No, don't shove that. Don't be mean to him. He's cute. Pierce, you're not. The Rudolph was cute though. Be nice. He tried his best. I'm sure you fucking threatened him.
Still flustered Rudolph off the stand and begins addressing the courtroom. What is he even doing here? I will not stand by while you harass my servant. Servant?
Huh. Ooh. Ooh, I don't think think this is part of the plan. Pierce, we discussed this. There is no need for you to take the stand.
And what, pray tell, did they discuss? Nonsense. I have nothing to hide. And if you had done your job properly, I wouldn't have needed to intervene. For the first time, Steelwind doesn't seem to have control of the situation.
I feel bad for Steelwind. I love her. I feel so bad.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Steelwind? Who is this man?
This is Garrick Pierce, Your Honor.
That is Lord Garrick Pierce to you, Steelwind. I am the honorable heir to the Pierce noble house. In any case, I must apologize. I'm afraid that these misunderstandings are entirely my fault. What do you mean?
Chat, I need to buy the soundtrack for this game. I'm like vibing with every single song that is on, this one included. Do I have it? Do they sell it on Steam? Like with the steam thing. Oh my god, I want it. This music's so good.
You see, Rudolph wasn't the one who witnessed the crime that fateful night. It was me. I was the one who witnessed the crime. I had my driver report the body so that I could remain anonymous.
What?
Are you saying that you had Rudolph lie for you? I simply dictated to him what I saw and had him repeat that to law enforcement. It simply wouldn't do for a member of the nobility to appear publicly in court.
Also, hey chat, he's 38, cool. Not what I'm pointing out. You see that it says arcane art transmutation there. Second mage. Crazy.
Lord Pierce, regardless of your intentions, this is a very clear act of perjury.
Thank you, Judge. Wow, that's actually like legit. Thank you. That's so true.
But from the look on the judge's face, you can easily tell that he won't face any actual consequence.
Why do the rich always get away with it? Why?
I understand. And I will accept the consequences of that.
What consequences? You paying like 200 bucks? Pay a fine?
But I would be remiss if Rudolph's shoddy testimony allowed that girl to escape her crimes. Please allow me to testify as to what I saw that night. Very well. This is highly irregular, but I believe the court will benefit from hearing your testimony. However, know that this misconduct has hurt your credibility. Very well.
Not like he had any to begin with.
On that night of the murder, I found myself unable to sleep, so I went on a leisurely carriage ride around Cornhaven. I happened to be passing by the McCoy Tavern when I heard a loud commotion from within the building. Curious, I stopped my carriage and took a single step inside the establishment. That is when I saw the scene inside. When I saw the defendant stabbing that poor man, where'd I go? Cotton Eye Joe. That poor man? I'm gonna do it, we're going with it. Twice with a sword. Carrick Pierce. He's a member of the nobility.
That means he's probably a mage, right? And he's the only other mage that was there that night. Does that mean?
There's no doubt about it. He's the only person that could have left a trace of transmutation on the body. He has to be the mage we're looking for. Sorry. This must be a lot for you right now.
Don't worry about me. Focus on taking him down.
Let's get him. Let's get him. Okay. Large commotion. I stopped the carriage and took a single step and tied. They keep saying twice. I don't think it was twice. I could get knocked for this and that's okay.
Objection!
Nope, I get knocked. Okay, that wasn't it. I was about to say, it doesn't say twice though. Your Honor, it's clear that the witness's testimony is contradictory, and this piece of evidence proves it.
I failed to see how that proves anything, Mr. Cuthbert.
Oh, there's the Phoenix right, ooh, whoops. There's the Phoenix right thing.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah, okay. Nothing says she stabbed him twice, though. There's no evidence of that. Are we really claiming that it's like children, like, put the square in the square hole? She was just able to do that? Like, from the back, flip him around, do it right back through that same spot? It would still show, like, 2 markings, technically.
And I assume that you're going to say that she stabbed him from opposite sides each time? Of course. Mind you, I have no idea why she would act like that. But can you prove that she didn't didn't do exactly what I described? I suppose not.
It doesn't say it in the autopsy. What do you mean? We should be able to. What do you mean?
At least not yet, anyways.
Okay. Oops, back to here.
Pierce is definitely the real murderer. This means there has to be a lie somewhere in his testimony.
He keeps saying that he stood at the entrance
Right. Thank you, Celeste. Actually, that wasn't even the thing I focused on. Oh my god, thank you. Case 1. Thanks, Celeste.
He keeps saying that he stood at the entrance the entire time. If he killed my father, then he would have been further in.
Right. Is there any way you can prove that he was further inside the building? Yeah. Okay, wait. Ba-ba-ba. Curious, I stopped my couch. I took a single step inside the establishment. That is when I saw the crime scene. It was pitch black, though. Do we have anything? Can I just present the lights were out again? Yeah, because he's he's super in. There's no way. Oh, but if we're going by the glow of the sword. Let me press this just in case. We already know how this is going, but if he was at the tavern entrance, that would mean he was here. There we go. Okay, I did need to press that. I was like, there's no way. You saw the entire scene from the tavern entrance? It would be quite dark considering that the lights weren't operational. Even if my client was using Mage Blade at the time. Ah, of course. I'd forgotten that detail. I couldn't see what was happening, so I used my magic to illuminate the scene. You used magic? At the crime scene? Yes, I remember it clearly. How I conjured a blue light to illuminate the scene. That same blue light must have been what my driver saw. I thought that Rudolph didn't witness the crime at all.
If I had to guess, Mr. Rudolph must have seen the blue light from the carriage. He must have made that detail part of his testimony earlier.
That actually makes a lot of sense now that you think about it.
No, it doesn't! What? No? How does that make sense, Tyrion?
Rudolph was so sure that he saw a blue light, it would be strange if he was lying about that.
Once again, chat, sorry if you hear fan noises. I know I apologize for it every time, and I can't super tell if it's heard in the audio, but again, I have my room I stream in is like the hottest room, so I usually have to turn the fan on at some point.
Rudolph was so sure that he saw a blue light, it would be strange if he was lying about that.
Yeah. I mean, we know how he saw it.
But anyways, which spell did you use to illuminate the crime scene? It was the Conjure Light spell.
Luxo. Duration an hour. Concentration yes. Gesture none. For the duration of this spell, a mote of magical light appears in the caster's hand. The color of the light is chosen by the caster. Ahaha! 15 feet. I already see it. It can be changed at will for the spell's duration. This mote of light provides illumination up to 15 feet. He'd have to be further in for that to work.
Your Honor, if the witness used magic at the crime scene, then I'd like for his spell compendium to be added to the court record.
I see no reason to invade the witness's privacy over a trivial illumination spell.
I agree.
Oops. Oopsie, whoopsie. There we go.
The defense would need a stronger reason to requisition the witness's spell compendium.
Can't wait to find out I said that word wrong.
Right you are, Your Honor. Your wisdom is truly befitting of your station.
I said befitting. It's fitting. But, you know, good enough.
Oh, shut up.
Conjure light. Well. There's no way. Oh, that's a picture. There's no way that he would have seen it. clearly saw the crime scene unfold. No, there's no way he could have. Objection! There we go. Okay. I'm like, map? Map. Lord Pierce, you said that you illuminated the scene from the tavern entrance. Just again, to clarify, so we're going off of, so it says 15 feet for this. So this is, we're going off of fantasy/D&D rules. So think of each square as 5 feet. So 5, 10, 15. That's not even half, like that's halfway. Actually, maybe a little smidge less halfway. Like a square less halfway from the victim. There's no way in hell he would have been able to see it. Because we're going off of D&D rules. Which again, also on the map, you can kind of see 5 foot by 5 foot. Or 5 feet by 5 feet. Lord Pierce, you said that you illuminated the scene from the tavern entrance. And you only took a single step into the building. Of course. I remember it very clearly. I stood only at the entrance. In that case, I'd like for you to take a look at the map of the tavern. If we take a look at this map, that would place you right here, where the W is. Am I correct? Of course I was. I do not know what you wish to achieve by having me repeat that fact. Well, I find it interesting that you illuminated the crime scene from all the way back there. Considering that Conjure Light only illuminates an area within 15 feet. What?
The spell's range is irrelevant. We've already established that the victim would have been illuminated by Mage Blade.
During his testimony, Lord Pierce clearly stated that he couldn't see what was happening. That's why he cast Conjured Light in the first place. However, Conjured Light doesn't work like a normal source of light. It only provides illumination up to 15 feet of the caster and no further. If he had stayed at the entrance, his spell wouldn't have done anything to help illuminate the scene.
But what does this mean? Lord Pierce, did you illuminate the crime scene or not?
Well, I can answer that question for you, Your Honor. Lord Pierce? Where was I? Lord Pierce. Oh my gosh, what is my mouth? Lord Pierce did illuminate the scene of the crime. He illuminated it because he was standing right where it happened.
Mr. Cuthbert, are you trying to say that Lord Pierce was that close to where the murder occurred? How could that be possible?
Well, there's only one way this scenario would make sense, Your Honor. That would be if Garrick Pierce was the one who murdered Flintheart McCoy. Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Oh, hold on a moment. This is absurd. I could have easily used a different spell to illuminate the room.
And which spell would that be, Pierce?
The name escapes me. I'm not sure which one it was now that I think about it.
Ew, idiot. Well, maybe we can figure it out together. When you relinquish your spell compendium to the court.
What? This is clear violation of my privacy. Steelwind, why aren't you objecting to this?
If you had listened to my instructions, you wouldn't be in this situation. You've made your bed. Now lie in it.
Steelwind, you treacherous!
Yeah, you fucking dumbass. He's about to go to jail and be executed, I'm pretty sure. It's no joke in this game, if I recall.
That's enough. It appears that the prosecution has no objections. With everything that has occurred, I must ask that Lord Pierce relinquish his spell compendium to the court.
Garrick Pierce's spell compendium. Time to get you, you rat. Garrick Pierce's spell compendium. It contains the formulas for the following spells. Prestidigitation. Yeah, you're a rich guy, makes sense. Conjure Light, Conjure Water, Frost Wave, Shape Liquid. Okay. Hoo boy. Hi, Ken.
Hi.
It's going well so far. We're about to catch this rat. We're about to catch rich bitch, which the 100% the prosecution is like, you done fucked up. You put yourself in this situation to get like caught and killed in game. Suck it. I can't help you. Stream's going well though. Are you doing your thingy in Japan? I also saw your message, Ken. I'm so sorry. I hope you're not actually getting sick and everything. I hope you're doing okay. Let's go. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. The rat. Honestly, Ken, if you like Ace Attorney games, this game actually might help you understand like D&D kind of like stuff a little bit, because all the spells that you need to like use as like evidence are based off of like D&D spells from like the actual game a little bit. Oh no, well not a little bit, a lot. No, you're bedridden? Oh no! Are you okay? Oh, Ken, I'm so sorry. Are you gonna... I'm actually unbelievably upset. I don't blame you. Are you not gonna be able to go to the thing that you were doing today? I'm so sorry. Nope. Even Jordan said I can't go. That's how you know it's bad. Fuck, Ken. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you want, like, well, I don't know how vocal-wise you are, or if that's, like, a struggle. Like, if you want, I can, like, vibe with you in, like, a Discord call after stream if you want. I'm so sorry. It does mean you can watch the stream, but I know you were really excited for the thing you were gonna go do. Maybe we can figure out, maybe if we can ask Clooney, or can your friend go to the thing instead and like, I don't, like, take pictures or like grab something, you know? Like maybe he can go and like buy you something while he's there, or like commission something from the guy. Like maybe he could do something like that. I'm so sorry. That sucks so bad. No, he's not interested in that stuff. He's not going 2 hours for that. That's fair. I just gotta visit next time. Well, when I go to Japan, we're going. We're gonna go see that person. You're coming with me, and we're gonna go do it. We'll go and visit swords person and all that. Because that sounds cool as hell, and you deserve to see it. Alright. Prestidigitation, School Evocation. Oh my god. Incantation, none. Gesture, snap of the fingers. Duration, indefinitely. Indefinitely? Oh, yeah, because it just cleans your clothes. I don't know why indefinitely threw me off. Concentration, yes. The caster creates a simple and harmless visual effect around their hand. This effect will last for as long as they maintain concentration of the spell. That's different from D&D. Isn't prestidigitation like what fucking cleans your clothing usually? It's what almost everybody uses it for. It's just like, oh man, I have blood all over me. Snap. And now I don't. Wow. Conjure water. School. Conjuration. Incantation. Acquio. Gesture. Outstretched palm. Duration indefinitely. Concentration, yes. Causes water to magically flow out of the caster's hand. This water will flow so long as the caster maintains. Okay. Concentration. Frost wave. It's transmutation. Incantation, none. Gesture. Outstretched both hands. Duration, instant. Conjuration, no. Concentration, no. Anything caught within range is hit with a blast of extremely cold air. Liquids hit will be immediately frozen, and organic life will immediately enter stages of hypothermia. This guy can just, like, explode a person. Like, if he did it, if he, like... Thinking about that, that's kind of scary. Shape liquid. While concentrating on the spell, the caster can magically manipulate up to 10 liters of liquid and form it into complex shapes. At any time, the caster can choose to freeze the liquid and solidify its current shape. While frozen, the caster can choose to make the liquid instantaneously melt. School. Transmutation. Incantation. Figaqua? Gesture. Point. Index finger at the target. Duration. Indefinitely. Concentration. Yes.
Good job, Tyrion. We got a spell compendium.
That was not her voice.
Blech.
With that, this case is as good as yours.
Or is it?
She didn't even try to stop you from taking a spell compendium. She wouldn't let that happen just to spite Lord Pierce. She definitely still has something up her sleeve.
I don't think she truly... I mean, probably, yeah.
Your Honor, I've looked at the spells in Lord Pierce's compendium. Conjure Light is the only spell that he can cast that would shed a blue light. This renders his testimony and many of his statements false.
You can practically hear Lord Pierce grinding his teeth.
Your Honor, Lord Pierce could very well be a suspect in the murder of Flintheart McCoy. The defense argues that this presents enough reasonable doubt to acquit the defendant.
This is actually true.
I acknowledge that Lord Pierce's actions are quite suspect. However, I will not pass a verdict just yet. There is much more we need to learn.
What? That's not how it works. We proved that there's reasonable doubt. That should be enough to acquit me, right?
In a normal case, maybe. But it's different for this trial. The public won't accept an unsolved homicide involving magic. Unless we can unequivocally prove your innocence, the court will keep drawing out this case.
What? But that's not fair!
That's just how the system works. Our court system doesn't exist to exact justice. It exists so that the kingdom can save face.
No.
However, the court will be suspending the trial of Celeste McCoy until further notice. That is, until Lord Pierce can be investigated as a possible suspect.
Objection!
Oh? Pierce is like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
A possible suspect. The very idea of that is preposterous, Your Honor. Ignore my flub there.
Damn it. You knew she was planning something.
Let's revisit the basic facts of this case, shall we? Flintheart McCoy was murdered using a blade with a transmutation spell active on it. Mr. Cuthbert, why don't you tell me the spells that Lord Pierce knows?
Alright. His spells are Prestidigitation, Conjure Light, Conjure Water, Frost Wave, and Shape Liquid.
You've realized it too, haven't you? Lord Pierce doesn't know any transmutation spells that can be channeled through a solid object.
What? That can't be right. You're right. You're absolutely right, Lady Steelwind. If I couldn't have possibly committed the murder. I see. With that in mind, that would leave the defendant as the only possible killer.
No! No! But he was the only other mage there! He has to be the real murderer!
But he doesn't know any transmutation spells that can affect a solid object. We can't prove that he stabbed him while casting magic.
Wait a minute. How did he do it then?
She's right. How did he do it? If there are traces of transmutation magic on the wound, then Flintheart was definitely stabbed by something magical. But none of his transmutation spells can affect a steel blade. Does that mean he used something else? The defense did cast some doubt on this witness's testimony. Nevertheless, I must conclude that he could not have possibly committed the murder. With that in mind... Please wait, Your Honor. We can still conclude that Lord Pierce couldn't have committed the crime. What are you on about? Lady Steelwind said it yourself, you commoner. I don't know any spells that can be channeled through a metal blade. He's right. Which can only mean one thing. You didn't use a metal blade, did you? Freaking out.
What nonsense is this? The autopsy report clearly states that the wound was created by a blade. If he didn't channel magic through a blade, how could he have possibly committed the crime?
I have a clue. Yeah, so do I.
Yes, your claim seems quite contradictory to the facts thus far, Mr. Cuthbert.
Which spell did Lord Pierce use to commit the murder? Or as, you know, the conductor from Hat in Time, the murder. I can't, that's so hard to do. That guy, the voice actor for him had so much fun with that. Well, I have a pretty good idea. Okay. We got 4 options. It's not prestidigitation, we already know that. It isn't conjure water. Frostwave. But I'm pretty sure, you know, there was something smashed. If anybody recalls. There's a smashed thing right there. And if we look at it more, I don't see any liquid from it. Where'd the liquid go? Present evidence.
You see, Your Honor, Garrick Pierce didn't kill the victim using a sword. He killed him using an object shaped exactly like a sword!
What?
I'm afraid I don't quite understand, Mr. Cuthbert. I'd like for the court to take a look at Lord Pierce's spell compendium. Garrick Pierce knows a seemingly...
Wait, is there no liquid there? I know it says melt instantaneously. Can he evaporate it? There is liquid there. I'm blind. It blended in with the floor. Whoops. There is liquid. I thought he like evaporated it. Whoops.
Garrick Pierce knows a seemingly insignificant spell called Shape Liquid. With it, he can control a body of water and shape it into any complex shape he wants. Then he can freeze that liquid, maintaining its current shape. A shape like a sword.
What? No! Is it possible that he...
What do you have to say for yourself, Lord Pierce? What do I have to say? Pierce's breathing becomes more frantic. He's clearly not used to being put on in a corner like this. You can see his stress and frustration emanating through the eye of Horus. You have him now. Time for the finishing blow.
Let's do it! Argument time! It was you!
I'll tell you exactly what I have to say, you commoner. I'm not the one on trial here. We're here because that bastard child didn't know her place. She's just a peasant, yet she still learned the arcane arts. And look what happened. I saw the murder. I witnessed everything. That girl used our holy arts to murder her father in a fit of rage.
Did she now? I saw the murder. I witnessed everything. But you didn't, though. Because you said you were by the door. How? Why? You couldn't have seen shit.
And how, pray tell, did you see everything? If you recall, you testified that you only took a single step inside the inn. But you would have needed to be within 15 feet to see my client with Conjure Light. This again. If you're going to keep treading on that one detail, then I admit it. I stepped further into the inn. I kept that detail out of my testimony, all because I knew that you'd use it to cast suspicion on me. Lord Pierce. But you didn't just keep that detail from your testimony, did you? You testified the opposite. That makes you guilty for committing perjury. No, I mean... miserable wretch.
Perjury by Garrick Pierce has been added to your notes. Garrick Pierce has openly admitted to committing perjury in the courtroom. His lies haven't gone unnoticed. Perjury by Garrick Pierce. You dumb shit.
Now let's not stop there. For your story to be true, you would have needed to be within 15 feet of my client. According to your testimony, my client had just finished committing a murder. Wouldn't she have noticed you? If you were that close, then you would have surely been close enough to apprehend her. So why didn't you? Don't you have a duty to your citizens? Shut up. Shut up your... Shut up. Shut your dirty peasant mouth. That woman was armed. I had no reason to put my life in danger. She was wielding her sword after the murder.
No, she wasn't, because it was stuck in the victim's body.
I was terrified when I saw her holding that bloody sword. My life was in danger.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Buddy, you're stupid. I just realized the guy who did the stabby stab is named Pierce. Yeah! Ace Attorney! But oh. Yeah. Yeah. Pierce liked his name a little too much. Pierce got a little too stabby. He claims that Celeste was holding her. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there something that actually states the sword is in the body? I thought the picture would be enough. But with his proposed sequence of events, that shouldn't be possible. Is there a proof to... Yeah. There is! I took damage?! Oh my god. Oh, do they want the actual picture? Oh, I did do the autopsy. My bad, game. They both technically would mean the same thing, though. I feel like... No, that's on me. That's on me. I clicked the wrong thing. That's so sad. I got a penalty in case 1 in the, like... This is tutorial case, basically. What? Okay.
But that can't be right, can it, Lord Pierce?
I knew the answer. We all know I knew the answer, though. We all agree I knew the answer. I knew the answer, chat, I swear. My gosh.
This photo of the crime scene shows that the sword was left in the victim's body. How could she still be wielding her sword if she left it here? What? Damn you! Steelwind, why aren't you saying anything?
What?
Prosecutor Steelwind has lost her usual air of confidence. You find it strange, though. Even when you had the advantage, she always maintained her usual poise. Lord Pierce, please pull yourself together.
I don't think she realized he was the murderer. I think that's why she's freaking out. I think she's upset that the wool was kind of pulled over her eyes and she didn't realize he was the murderer. Because when we talked to her that one time last stream, she was very much for the truth. She's very much like Miles Edgeworth, but like after the whole like Miles Edgeworth chooses death thing. Where no matter what it is, she strives for the truth. Sorry, I got hiccups. 1 second. That's all good. Okay. Thank you, water.
How can I remain calm when this charlatan is trying to frame me? This is complete travesty of our court system. I came here to reveal the truth and testify against that criminal. And what do I get instead? Slander from some lowly defense attorney.
No, you didn't. You didn't come here to do the truth. You committed perjury.
You talk about justice, but you've committed several acts of perjury to twist the outcome of this trial. You're clearly not acting in good faith. You don't care about justice. You just want to further your agenda. So admit it, Pierce. You created a makeshift sword using shake liquid and you used it to impale Flintheart. You shoved my client's sword into the wound while the remnants of the real murder weapon evaporated. It was a perfect crime, wasn't it?
Uh-oh. Have we gone to crazy? Is it time for mental breakdown?
What? Lord Pierce. My apologies, Your Honor. It's just that I realized something absolutely hilarious. What? Has he finally lost his mind? The defense put forward an interesting theory, but there's one problem with it. And what's that? I think you said it yourself. You shoved Celeste's sword into the wound while the remnants of the real murder weapon evaporated. It was a perfect crime, wasn't it? You see, it would have been a perfect crime. Because any evidence to support that theory would have evaporated with that frozen blade. What?
Arya's not happy. Arya's fucking terrified, I think about. Like, not terrified. I think she's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What? Arya's just like, oh. Aw, can't find it. Is it this one? Yeah, this is Arya.
Arya's just like, what? No, what?
I need to get like a little stream doohickey thing so I can just easily like tap my my emote thingies whenever I want. I usually don't do them because it's like I have it kind of tied to other stuff.
No, he's right. If you used an ice blade to kill Flintheart, it would have evaporated by now.
But it's in the picture.
And that means there would be nothing left of the murder weapon. You spun quite the tale here today. But in the end, you don't have a shred of evidence to support it, do you? You have nothing on me.
Isn't there anything we can do? We become quiet. Tyrion? Why isn't he saying anything? Is it really hopeless?
But all it takes is one look at the expression on your face. Any worries she had instantly disappear. Because she realizes the expression on your face is the same expression you made every time you defeated her.
You're about to get schooled in real life chess, in talking chess. Boom. That was terrible.
What is this? You can glare at me all you like, all you want. It won't change the fact that you've lost. I despise people like you. You twist the system to serve your own ends. You trample on the lives of innocent people. But as long as I'm here, I will never let that happen again.
Naught can remain concealed.
What did you say? Tyrion? I didn't hear that. Oh.
What did I just do? Your head feels like it's about to burst. The pain is unbearable and overwhelming. But at the same time, you feel an extreme sense of clarity. As if you can see more than you could before. I can't believe that peasant pushed me this far. Once again, you see Pierce's thoughts through the eye of Horus. But this sensation feels different from how it usually is. It's more intense and potent this time. It's almost as if you can do more than just read his surface level thoughts.
Empowered Eye. Still tutorial mode. Oh boy. You've activated the Empowered Eye. With it, you'll be able to do more than see the witness's thoughts. You'll also be able to affect what they think about. Project items into Pierce's mind to invoke thoughts from him. You'll want to project items that make him think about the murder. Invoking the right thoughts will raise your insight. Once the insight gauge is filled, you'll have everything you need to implicate him. So we're trying to, like, make him confess. Okay. Oh! Oh, we're giving him, like, flashes in his mind, so he thinks... we're making him think about whatever it is we project into his mind? That's a kind of, like, broken power a little bit.
Even now, that image is still lingering in my mind. I didn't expect this experience to have such an effect on me. After all the trouble I went to, I can't believe that lawyer figured out the spell I used. Well, no matter. It's not as if there's any evidence to prove that I used it. I'm lucky that old fool had that bottle of water on him.
Oh! Bottle of water.
Water from a bottle?
Ah! That's why it's not evaporating.
Wait, a bottle? Well then, as riveting as this has been, I believe it's time for me to take my leave. Now wait a minute, Pierce. What is it now, you wretch? I'll say it as many times as you need to hear. There is no evidence of a liquefied weapon at the crime scene.
But there is, Pierce! There is! It's in the picture, too!
You're right, Pierce. If you did use shape liquid on a body of water, the murder weapon would have evaporated entirely.
That's why it's still there, because it's alcohol. Wait. Is it alcoholic? I forget. Wait. Is it because it's juice? My bad. I don't know why my brain went alcohol. I guess because of how the bottle looks in my brain. Okay. My bad. Juice. If you did use... Yeah. It would evaporate entirely.
Ah, it seems you've finally gotten that fact through your thick head.
I wanted to say skull and other things.
Bravo. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, Pierce. What if you didn't use shape liquid on a body of water? What if it was on another type of liquid? What are you going on about? Pierce, shape liquid doesn't just work on water. It works on all kinds of liquids. This shattered bottle contained the liquid that you cast your spell on, didn't it? You show him the picture of the shattered bottle of lotus juice. That bottle. Pierce, I found this shattered bottle on the ground near the victim's body. I wonder what caused it to shatter. You must have decided to use any liquid you could find. Luckily for you, the victim was holding the perfect quantity of liquid in his hands. I wonder, Lord Pierce, if we had someone analyze the broken pieces of this bottle, would we find traces of transmutation magic? Yeah, she's figured it out. You little... that still proves nothing. So what if there are traces of magic on the shattered bottle? You still don't have a murder weapon. I wasn't finished, Pierce. What? You see, the liquid contained in this bottle wasn't water. It was soda.
Oh, okay.
So, what difference does that make? A blade of ice made out of water would have evaporated entirely. But a blade of ice made out of soda would leave a puddle of dried residue. No, it can't be. I'd wondered why there was such a circular trace of magic under the body. If we check the outline of that trace, I bet we'd find a dried puddle of soda residue. That would prove that you used your magic on the soda. There's your murder weapon, Pierce! And that's checkmate. Boom! Suck it.
Bailiff. Oh, that's Celeste's voice.
Bailiff, tell Orm to analyze the crime scene at once. We must determine if this puddle of soda residue exists. This time window to find traces of magic is closing.
Yahtzee! Oh, hey, Orm. He's back.
So, we had our team search the crime scene for that soda puddle. I really can't believe it, but we found it. In fact...
Jenga? Yahtzee, Jenga. Bingo!
In fact, the outline of the dried soda lines up exactly with the outline of the trace of transmutation magic. We checked the broken bottle, too. There were traces of transmutation magic on it as well. There's no doubt about it. Someone used magic on that soda.
I see. Thank you, Orm. Please escort Lord Pierce back to the stand.
What do you have to say for yourself, Pierce? What do you think you've accomplished here today? Do you honestly think you can indict me? Words. I'm an aristocrat from the highest echelons of our society. That fool of a man was an insurgent. He was a threat to society, and I did my civic duty by removing him.
Objection!
Objection! Okay. I kind of got her voice. I'm trying to pick up the voices as they do the wording, specifically for the women, but it's hard. I love this music.
Bailiff, please escort the witness to a holding cell.
Steelwind!
First-degree murder is punishable by execution, Lord Pierce. I suggest you remain silent, lest you incriminate yourself further.
What? You can't be serious!
Shut your insidious mouth. Well, what are you all waiting for? Take him away.
Yes, take him away at once.
Yeah, she ain't about the corrupt. She's not corrupt. I think she's she's probably pissed that he tried to get one over on her and tried to have her use fake evidence in court. I'm sure she's not thrilled.
I can't believe it. We actually won. Tyrion,
It's all she can do to hold back her tears. You don't need to say anything. Your face says it all.
Thank you.
You've made more than exceeded my expectations today. Miss Tamora. I'll be honest. When I realized that the murder weapon evaporated, I thought that the case was shot. I can't believe you were able to turn that around. It was just luck. If he had used water, we would have been done for. It had nothing to do with luck. You were able to deduce which liquid he used. And you did it just by looking at a few shards of broken glass. Your skills of deduction never cease to amaze me. That's not exactly true. But with Celeste there, you can't tell her about your new ability. You are all quite lively.
There's no need for such hostility. Though I wouldn't expect any less from the Hound of the Eye Taker.
Hound of the Eye Taker.
What?
Are we the Eye Taker? Oh, she's afraid of her.
Wait. What did she mean by that?
You glance at Miss Tamora, but when she meets your gaze, she immediately looks away.
She looks like she's focusing.
Almost as if to protect herself from a certain eye. Tamora.
I must admit, I was hoping to test my blade against you directly. However, your protege proved to be a worthy adversary.
Thank you? Is this some kind of game to you? You talk about trials as if there's some kind of competition. Your action almost condemned an innocent woman to death.
Our system operates by having two powers of opposition. When those powers are balanced, justice prevails. Make no mistake, your victory today was just our justice system working as intended.
Working as intended. You know very well our system only exists to protect your people.
I know.
What?
In any case, it looks like we'll be facing each other more frequently in the future. I look forward to doing battle with you again, Tyrion Cuthbert.
Yeah, she's not corrupt. She's a good prosecutor.
What a strange girl.
Well, that kinda kills the mood. Kinda killed the mood, didn't it?
Not at all. I think we should celebrate.
Oh? What did you have in mind?
There's this amazing restaurant in the upper quarter of the capital city. They usually only serve nobles, but they let anyone in if they have enough gold.
Wait, do we have enough gold?
Of course we do. Don't worry about the details. I'll handle everything.
Wait, just how much money does Miss Tamora make?
And so began my journey into the world of law and magic. Our justice system is rotten to its core, and I'll have many trials ahead. Regardless, I'll keep fighting on and get justice for every one of my clients.
Episode end. Woo! We beat case 1. Man. She's case 1, an hour 37. I think this is the one girl that we saw in our dreams.
This feeling. I knew it! His radiant soul is finally awakened. I can't believe it. I've been waiting for so long. can't wait for the day when I can see his eyes draped in agony.
It is her, right? I think it is. Okay, I'm almost dead certain that's her. Okay, so that's how it works. I was like, wait a minute. There's a lot of cases here. The Walking Dead. Case 2. So this is where I'm gonna be like, I don't really know what's going on to a point. I haven't finished case 2. I've done everything after case 2. I have no clue. And even for case 2, I still kind of have no clue. I'm going kind of in blind to certain bits of this. Let me go. I'm not going anywhere until I see her.
I'm sorry, Wallace, but she's already passed. There was nothing more they could have done.
How? This academy teaches the best mages in the world. Are you telling me that they couldn't do anything?
Her condition was much worse than we thought. The kingdom's magic isn't advanced enough to treat someone like this.
Lucio Steelwind can rain meteors from the sky. Okay, well that's someone related to Arya. Maybe it's her dad. William Frege can teleport entire caravans across the continent. Are you telling me that your mages couldn't cure one disease?
I'm sorry. I truly am.
Emily. Episode 2, The Walking Dead. Alright, no more Ace Attorney where we get to see who the murderer is. We're going in blind. Here we go.
I'm sorry, Celeste, but there's no way out of this.
Celeste's attention is sharply focused on the chessboard between you two. You can see her eyes quickly dart from piece to piece.
Just give me a second. I can still win this.
Celeste, there's no way for you to avoid checkmate next turn. Just surrender.
She ignores you and continues staring at the pieces.
There! What about that?
Checkmate.
Damn it!
Would you two keep it down? We are in a library.
Miss Tamora glances at the chessboard.
I hope you didn't spend the entire morning playing around.
I've been working hard, Ruby. I've already learned 2 new spell formulas since we got here.
Well, at least there's that. What about you, Cuthbert?
Well, your flustered stammering tells her exactly how much progress you've made. I couldn't find any books about the subject we've been looking into. You spent the entire day combing through the kingdom's imperial library, researching the Eye of Horus. During Celeste's trial, you awakened to a new ability that you never used before. Up until then, you thought that the eye could only see surface-level thoughts. But during that moment, with Carrick Pierce, the Eye of Horus was empowered, and you could see far more than usual. Like, we could literally project things into people's brains. We could be like, hey, this piece of evidence, see it in your mind. Let me just shove it in your brain. You told Miss Tamora about what happened, and it made you both wonder what other hidden abilities the eye might have had. Hi, Corv! Hello! Welcome in, welcome in. Hi! Big fan, oh my gosh. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have my biggest fan here. We're playing Tyrion Cuthbert, which is an Ace Attorney-esque type game. Except it's more fantasy-based, and you can use... There's spells that also count as clues, and the spells are like D&D spells, so like 5-foot cube, or like 5 feet, 15 feet, and like the maps are like squares, like a D&D map. It's really fun. It's really cool. I've been watching your streams since I was little. Oh god, don't make me feel weirdly old. Yeah, if only.
You both decide it's time to find out more about the Eye and its origins. This library supposedly held the kingdom's entire knowledge of magic and the arcane arts.
Our ability, cause like Apollo and how all the attorneys have like their like ability in court. We have a thing called the Eye of Horus, which allows us to like see the emotions and hear the emotions of what people are feeling. Kind of like oh my gosh, what is her name? Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, I like her character. It's not Sykes. That's not her last name. Oh my god, what is her first name? I feel so bad. She's the one who has the necklace that has a little robot that can tell you the emotions people are feeling. Kind of to like similar to that. We also just got an ability where we can like literally hear their thoughts and project evidence into their mind to make them think about it. And we can hear what they think about and then use that against them. Which honestly is like really hearsay and would not hold up in a court of law if we were to like be like, his thoughts said he did it. But you know, it helps us figure out the evidence. My childhood hero, by the way, chat. I'm not that old. What the fuck? Also, oh my gosh. She saved me from an avalanche. Okay. That may be true when we played Peak. I won't deny. Eye of Thundera. Give me sight beyond sight. We also had a nightmare at one point where some creepy girl was like, I see you! And then we woke up. So that also happened. I don't know what the fuck her thing is at all, but you know, we'll see.
But you couldn't find a single mention of any ability like the Eye. Does the kingdom seriously lack knowledge about it? Or do we need to look somewhere else?
Are you sure you can't tell me what you're researching? I've traveled around the world. I might have seen something like it.
You entertain the thought for a moment, but you haven't known her for very long. The Eye of Horus is a supernatural ability that can't be depicted.
Oh, we're illegal. Oh. Oh, that's technically magic. Oh, yeah. Corv, also in this world, think of like Dragon Age. If you're a magic user and you don't have like like documents or something, like a circle, something, if you're not like basically, the system has like your name and your spell compendium and everything, mages get treated like shit. Mage did like, ooh, we're technically illegal here. Oh, that's probably gonna come out during a trial. They're gonna be like, you have this magic ability, you can't be trusted, put you on trial. That has to be a case. Ugh. Hurt my voice, I think, a tiny bit. Doing, I think, the one guy's voice earlier. The one kid.
The Eye of Horus is a supernatural ability that can't be detected by a spell compendium. You've always been wary about what the kingdom might do to you if they ever found out about it.
Very true.
Sorry, it's not something I can really talk about.
Fine. Fine.
Also, that pounding face was so cute. I'm like all over the place with her voice. Kind of sad. I can't get her voice like completely down.
If I had to guess, I would say that you were looking into supernatural phenomena.
Huh?
You and Celeste nearly jump out of your chairs.
Hi!
You look over to where the voice came from. She appears to be a student at the academy. How long was she there? You didn't notice her presence at all. You also feel like she looks oddly familiar.
I'm terribly sorry if I startled you, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation.
As the girl approaches your table, you see another student frantically running after her. Eris, you can't just... I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine, Wallace.
I'm sorry, but who are you two?
Sorry, that was incredibly rude of me. My name is Eris Ilmatter.
Eris Ilmatter, occupation student. Okay.
And this is Wallace Nightgrave. We're both students here.
Hi. Hi, Wallace. Wallace Nightgrave, student. Not to be rude, but that was a private conversation. Just how much did you hear?
I wonder. Reading about the supernatural is actually a hobby of mine. I might be able to help you with your research, Mr. Cuthbert.
And what makes you so sure that is what we are... That is what we were researching?
Mr. Cuthbert has a bad habit of muttering to himself when he thinks. I assume that his research had something to do with the supernatural.
You feel a piercing side glance from Miss Tamora. You avoid eye contact with her.
But anyways, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Of course. I'd be happy to help.
Wait. Wait. That said something else. What did that say? Did that say something else, chat? Did I miss that? Is this game actually gonna get spooky? I swear to God, if I get a fucking Undertale thing where it's like my game crashes, I turn it back on and everything starts like janky, like. Also, I know that's not scary to people. To me, it was scary. I'm a baby, okay?
Fine. I suppose it wouldn't hurt. Just remember to show some discretion, Tyrion. Right.
Harris and Wallace.
So you two are students at the Imperial Academy?
Yes, I'm currently studying illusion magic.
Illusions? That's the kind of magic that lets you turn invisible, right?
Technically, yes, but few mages ever reach a level high enough for that. I'm a bit embarrassed to admit that I'm not able to cast invisibility.
That's still pretty cool. What about you, Wallace?
Wallace has his own unique field of study.
It's probably not your place to pry. Tyrion and Celeste.
Everyone is talking about you two.
Really? It's rare for the school to let any outsiders...
Oh, whoops, maybe that was her.
It's rare for the school to let any outsiders in.
That makes sense. This library isn't exactly open to the public.
You were only able to get access to it because of Miss Tamora's connections.
We only ever get occasional visits from the noble houses. So I was curious as to who was able to break this dull monotony.
Well, I'm a mercenary, but now I work as Tyrion's bodyguard.
Mercenary?
After her trial, it turned out that Celeste was more than capable of affording your services. However, Miss Tamora still proposed a different arrangement. After indicating Garrick Pierce, you painted a large target on your back. Oh, yeah, the nobles probably all fucking hate us. With Celeste being a mercenary, Miss Tamora decided to hire her as your bodyguard. She figured you would feel more comfortable around someone you were already friends with.
Anyways, I'm a defense attorney.
A defense attorney? My apologies. It's just not what I was expecting.
What's that supposed to mean? Supernatural phenomena.
Supernatural phenomena. I wonder why you would be researching such a thing.
Yeah, I want to know too.
I'm sorry, but I can't really say.
Regardless, there are many spells in this world. So, why are you so convinced that this phenomena wasn't produced by a spell?
What we're looking into doesn't seem to follow the classic rules of magic.
Oh? How so? Please,
Oh, jeez.
please tell me.
Blech.
It was created by someone who's not a mage.
Oh, really? So, you're saying that this was something created by a person?
The words came out of your mouth before you realized it. You send a small apologetic look to Miss Demora.
That does remind me of a story.
A story?
Mr. Cuthbert, do you know the legend about how the kingdom of Wyverngar was created?
You mean the story about the ancient dragons?
The ancient what? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Celeste. Dragons. You know. Rar. I don't know. Does Wyverngard have a story about ancient dragons?
It's only about one ancient dragon. The Church of Bahamut refers to him as the Scaled Lord. I'm sure you've even heard people mention him before. Legends say that the first mages were created centuries ago by him.
Is the Scaled Lord the one who sits atop this castle here?
At that time, our kingdom was caught up in the middle of a brutal war. With no way to defend themselves, the kingdom was on the brink of destruction. Our people prayed to Bahamut, god of dragons, for salvation. And almost as if to answer their prayers,
Rathleon? I'm going with Rathleon. If that's incorrect, I'm sorry.
the last Scaled Lord appeared before them. The Scaled Lord bestowed the gift of magic on a band of heroes who were fighting on the front lines. It was this weird party who drank all the time and constantly flirted with every monster they encountered. It was very strange. With their magic, these heroes utterly overtook the kingdom's enemies and single-handedly won the war. It's said that these heroes went on to form the noble houses of today.
I forgot to mention, Corv, if you're still here. So I added a new thing because Twitch changed how stuff works. So I added in a daily channel point that people can redeem for every stream. So that way it kind of tells Twitch that you're watching or you're here. Since if apparently they've changed it to where if you don't message or if you don't I guess do channel points or stuff, that it won't count you as a viewer, which obviously for a lot of streamers that can kind of hurt. I'm not going to call out lurkers or people who click the channel point system, but that's basically just to have a daily check-in, just to let Twitch know and to help me let Twitch know that I do have the amount of people that are actually in fact watching. So just a heads up for everybody. That is what that is for. And I'm not going to, whenever you guys do it, I'm not going to be like, oh, thank you for your daily check-in. Unless you guys want to, but I know with lurkers, I don't want to, Again, same boat when I watch Twitch as well, so I understand that. But that's what that's there for. So that's why we have a new channel reward, which is called daily check-in, or daily pancakes, I think. So you guys can redeem stuff through that. All right.
What a load of nonsense. That story is nothing but religious propaganda to prop up the noble houses.
Regardless, the significance of this legend is in the Scaled Lord himself.
Do you mean Rathleon?
Rathleon bestowed the power to become a mage on several individuals. And to this day, that power can only be passed down genetically. Can you think of an arcane spell that can produce something like that?
No. I suppose not.
Rathleon must have had powers that weren't bound by the rules of the arcane arts. In other words, he could create supernatural phenomena without following the rules of magic.
Please, do you honestly expect us to believe a story like that? It's completely unrealistic.
As unrealistic as a non-mage using supernatural powers?
She has a point. It's a far-fetched theory, but it's honestly the closest thing you have to a lead right now.
Ah, of course. It would be you lot making all this noise.
Suddenly, a woman who appears to be an instructor approaches you. She looks upon each of you with an equal amount of disdain.
Professor Bellwether.
Name, Catherine Bellwether, occupation professor.
That is Professor Bellwether to you.
But didn't he just call you?
I knew letting you rabble into our walls would lead to nothing but trouble. You've even started associating with our malcontents.
The headmaster gave us express permission to be here. If you have an issue with that, take it up with him.
I'll have you know that I was on my way to do just that.
Wallace.
Yes. How am I supposed to understand you when you're stuttering? Yes, Professor Bellwether. Straighten out your uniform and fix that awful hair. You look like a street urchin. But I suppose it's unreasonable to expect anything more. And as for you, I saw it that time. I'll be on my way. What is happening?
What a bitch.
Celeste! Oh, come on! We were all thinking it!
Anyways, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
What? Why do you keep detecting fear from Celeste?
Wallace, you've finished this week's assignment, haven't you? Would you mind helping Celeste with her research?
I don't know.
Now that you mention it, I could really use some help finding a specific spell formula. You know your way around here, right, Wallace?
Okay.
Don't worry, Miss Tamora. I'll be more careful from now on. Please do. I still have some business to take care of here, so I'll leave you all to it. You spend the next few hours searching through the library's books with Eris. You hadn't thought to look into the ancient dragons, and the library had books about them in abundance. Here was one problem, though. There are a lot of myths and stories about the ancient dragons. But it's pretty difficult to tell fact from fiction with these accounts.
It can't be helped. The Church of Bahamut is the dominant religion of our kingdom. We have the bones of dragons displayed in museums, but those bones are only widely known evidence of the dragon's existence.
Except for Rathleon. Possibly. I wonder if he's still alive. Like you said.
I wouldn't be surprised. Despite everything, our kingdom's constitution still includes him in our government.
Wait, really?
As the savior of our kingdom, he and his kin were given an honorary position on our political hierarchy. The ancient dragon's authority technically rivals that of King Oliver.
Wow. I had no idea. How have I never heard of this before?
I'm trying to remember how I did her voice before. When I was doing it for friends. When I was playing it.
To be honest, I lost just a way to revere him and appease the church.
Well, Rathleon couldn't possibly be any worse than the nobility. You're so stuck in your own thoughts, you accidentally bump into a bookshelf. Alright. The shelf begins to tip over, and you're able to catch it before it fully falls over. But not before several books fall out from the shelves. They hit the ground with a cacophony of thuds. Some students glance in your direction.
Be quiet!
Sorry.
Be quiet!
Eris begins giggling. She seems amused by what's happening.
Hey, are you okay? I heard a loud...
Wow. Celeste stares at the pile of fallen books.
What did he do?
Forget that. Just help me clean this up.
There's no need for that. Construct, I require assistance.
Acknowledged.
What?
I guess I'll give kind of like robotic voice. Oh no, it's supposed to... I remember. Upon Eris's command, one of the nearby suits of armor suddenly springs to life and begins walking toward you. The voice coming out of it sounds human, but it lacks emotion. Why does it sound familiar? Wait, did you do that, Eris?
Yes, this is an arcane construct. It's a suit of armor that's animated using artificery. They're designed to carry out various tasks for the students.
Arcane constructs. Arcane constructs are suits of armor that are animated using artificery. Whoa, my goodness. They can carry out simple tasks when ordered to. The ones in the Imperial Academy speak using the voice of Catherine Bellwether. These voice lines can only be changed or adjusted by the Academy Master. Every command given to a construct is stored in its command log. However, this command log must be cleared regularly.
Really? I didn't know anything like that existed. They're still experimental, so they aren't available to the public yet. With that being said, Construct, please place these books back where they belong.
Acknowledged. On Eris's command, the construct begins quickly picking up the books and moves with inhuman efficiency. After only a few seconds, all the books are back on their shelves.
Wow, so they do whatever you tell them to do? Well, there are some limits to. Construct, tell me that I'm the fairest maiden you've ever seen.
Command rejected.
Oh, what?
I guess they're not allowed to lie. You feel a sharp pain in your side as Celeste quickly jabs you.
The Construct's voice is just a series of pre-recorded messages. I'm not sure if you noticed, but it uses the voice of Professor Bellwether. Unfortunately, you can't make them say anything other than what's recorded. Only the headmaster can change those settings.
Oh my gosh. Bleh. Sorry, chat. Artificery that can record audio. I've never seen anything like it.
But you just said that they're experimental, right? Maybe if I keep asking it, it'll just give up and do it.
I used to write that line real bad.
I would advise against that. Even if the commands are rejected, they're still stored in the Construct's command logs. Anyways, we should probably get back to work. Fine.
You read more about the ancient dragons, but most of the stories read more like fables than actual historical accounts. I don't feel like I'm making any progress. Suddenly, you hear a thunderous, low-pitched sound blare across the room. So it begins.
Sounds like a high-pitched horn, but with its volume turned up to unnatural levels. What? Celeste, do you hear that?
How can I not? What is that?
You didn't touch anything you weren't supposed to, right?
What? Of course not! It finally stopped.
Eris, wasn't that the lockdown system?
Yes, I believe so.
Lockdown system?
The Academy is outfitted with a large artificery system. In a state of emergency, it will erect magical barriers throughout the building.
State of emergency? Should we be worried?
Don't worry. The lockdown is designed to keep everyone safe. We're safe as long as the barriers are up.
But Miss Tamora, she said she was going to do something on campus. I'm terribly sorry. You suddenly hear a disembodied voice echo through the library. It sounds like it's being projected magically. Oh, it's the deeper voice. It's the headmaster. He's using the intercom system. Students and faculty, please remain calm. There's been a murder on the academy grounds. What? Please stay where you are and wait for law enforcement to arrive. Damn it. We have to get out of here.
I'm afraid that's not possible. The lockdown system protects and locks each room. We can't leave this room until it's deactivated.
Well, we won't know until we try. You run to the entrance and begin frantically pulling on the door's handle. You try to put all your strength into prying it open, but it doesn't even budge.
That's a terrifying picture for her. Tyrion, stop.
But, Miss Tamora,
I know that you're worried about her, but there's already been a murder. We don't know where the attacker is or if they're still armed. The best thing we can do right now is stay here and wait.
she's right. Damn it!
Well, hopefully Ruby's not dead in-game.
Celeste's hand rests on her sword. Her eyes are carefully watching the entrance. Wow, we've been here for hours and she still hasn't stopped watching the doors. She was also able to calm you down earlier. It's easy to forget sometimes, but she's always reliable when it counts.
What?
Students and faculty, thank you for your patience. Law enforcement has secured the building. The lockdown has been lifted. However, please remain in the building until... The headmaster is barely finished with his message before you're out the door.
Tyrion! Hey! Don't go off on your own!
Oops. What did I click? I clicked a thing. There we go.
I hope that didn't, like, peek. Sorry, chat. I'm leaning away from my mic as I'm, like, yelling off to the left when I do the, like, kind of loudish lines. Hopefully they're not too bad. Did it again. Now! Eek. How do I... Uh-oh. There we go. That didn't show up on the stream, did it? No, okay. I was like, it's messing up. Okay.
You desperately run through the academy hallways. No. Miss Tamora! Miss Tamora! Where are you? You have no idea where you're even going anymore. You can feel your fear and anxiety rise with every passing moment. Where is she? Cuthbert? What's wrong? Why are you shouting? Miss Tamora! Calm down. You're hyperventilating. I heard there was a murder and I've been looking all over for you. And you were worried about me. I just...
You hug Miss Tamora tightly as you're overcome with emotion. She's usually not receptive to affection, but you don't care. You're just relieved that she's safe. Tyrion! There you are! And you're crying. Sorry, I didn't mean to worry you so much. We heard the announcement. Do you know what happened, Ruby? I do, but... You see Miss Tamora glance at Wallace for a brief moment. For now, I think we should head to the foyer. Or foyer. You arrive at the foyer and see the room swarmed with a legion of familiar knights. Where you at, Gumshoe? Quote unquote. Where you at, Orm? Is that the Inquisition? No one expects them. Swear to God, I feel like I'm gonna make that joke every case. Don't tell me. The headmaster mentioned that there was a murder on campus. Someone used magic.
Oh boy. Hey, you there! As you enter the foyer, Commander White notices you and begins marching in your direction. But his attention isn't focused on you.
Huh?
Are you Wallace Nightgrave?
Yes, but...
On the authority of the Wyvern Guard Crown, I'm placing you under arrest.
Hey! What are you doing?
You three? The hell are you doing here? You said he was under arrest? On what charges? This kid is charged with the murder of Catherine Bellwether. What? Wasn't that the professor you met in the library earlier?
Like hell you're arresting him! He was with us in the library for the entire morning! There's no way he could have murdered her!
Move aside, Celeste.
But...
Mr. Moore is right. If Wallace is a suspect, we can't stop the Inquisition from arresting him.
Even though he has 3 witnesses, to be precise, of him having been with us in the library the entire time, and under lockdown, for that matter.
No.
Don't worry, Wallace. I almost said Tyrion.
I'm what?
We'll get to the bottom of what happened. Without a word, Wallace allows the Inquisition to drag him away.
My apologies. I'm going to go check on him.
Bye, creepy girl.
This is terrible.
I still don't understand. Why would they suspect Wallace of all people? I'm not sure myself. Unlike most magical homicides, this school is filled with plenty of mages. There has to be a long list of suspects.
Isn't there anything we can do?
I'm going to go investigate what happened. Cuthbert. Yes. He hasn't accepted you as his attorney yet. You don't even know if he'll be working this case. But I know that he's innocent. I just can't sit here and do nothing. Well, I clearly can't stop you. But please, remember that being an attorney is your job. It's not charity work. Don't come crying to me if you run out of gold. Right. Anyways, I still have some business to take care of in the city. Will you two be okay handling this? Yes, we'll take care of this. Good. I'll leave everything to you then.
Bye, Ruby.
Mozzie! Hi!
I'm doing fab. Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, let's go, Celeste.
Right.
I would like to save. Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, 2 of 4 is as far as I got. So... Oh, wait. Waiting? Yes? I think your background / game music is a bit loud and making it hard to hear you voice acting. Is it? Give me a second. Let me get back into like where the music's kind of loud again, slightly. I can turn it down a bit. How's that? Is that any better? To be fair, when I do Ruby's voice, I will say I am also like more further back from my mic because I'm trying not to peak it as much. How does that sound? That sound better for right now? Right 8? What? Yeah, better I think. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, so, because there's, especially at the beginning, there's a lot of parts where it's like, Tyrion, you fuck! Of me yelling, which I kind of try to go back and, like, lean to the left when I do it, so I'm not blowing people's eardrums out. Tyrion, you bitch! I had to do that kind of earlier. Oh, Mozzie, you missed us. You missed us putting the rich rat away in prison. Man, I'm pretty sure got executed. It's been a few hours since Wallace was arrested. You and Celeste were with him during the lockdown, so the Inquisition had to take your statements. But the more they questioned you, the more you could tell they had doubts about your testimony. Oh, Mozzie. Ken apparently watched, he didn't watch the whole thing, but apparently Ken watched a little bit of, what happened during last stream. With the chaos and the, like, of, like, what happened last stream. Oh, no! He said it was very funny. He's gonna tease me so bad now! I think Ken's watching stream right now. I'm not 100% certain. He was watching earlier. I saw him message earlier. Mozzie, you should message Ken, by the way. I think Ken got really sick. I think Ken might have gotten, so Ken's bedridden right now. On his trip, I know. I feel so bad for him. Yeah. I would message him and be like, hey, I hope you feel better and stuff. I felt so bad. I know right now he's, like, devastated because there's, like, they had plans to go do stuff, and I really hope he feels better soon and is able to go do stuff while he's, on his vacation. No, I know. It sucks really bad. Again, I hope you feel better soon, Ken. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that happened. You will need to do more if you want to establish an alibi for Wallace.
That took longer than I expected.
We've already lost a lot of time talking to the Inquisition, but we should be free to roam around now.
Where should we go first?
The crime scene sounds like a good start. We still need to figure out what actually happened.
Ruby said that the body was found in Lecture Hall 2B. It's in the west wing of the school.
Alright. That seems like a good place to start. Investigation.
I hope Wallace is okay. He looked really scared when Commander White arrested him.
Don't worry, we'll find out what really happened. But first you need to inspect the crime scene.
Oh, wait. Let's examine everything while we're here. Examine pictures. Because these are, I think, made by people. Obviously. Well, they're made by people, obviously, duh. But...
It's a painting of a professor with some kind of magical tool. There's some text under it. Dr. Paul Vorla, also known as the Archaeologist of the North. He spent many years studying and exploring the mountainous regions of Chardalon. Through his investigation, he came upon one of the many layers of the Scaled Lord. He was honored by the Church and the Wyvern Guard Historical Society for his impressive discovery. It's a painting of a man with some sort of creature on his arm. There's some text under it. Dr. Delbert Tephorus, a mage, historian, archaeologist, anthropologist, and botanist. Best known for his work in studying the history of the ancient dragons. Through his work, great leaps were made in the study and development of the school of evocation. On his arm is one of the last pseudo-dragons, which have now gone extinct. It's a statue. There's some writing on the platform it's on. Gillian Chemnitz, the inventor of early artificery.
Hey, Celeste, I see you hide. This looks weird.
So this guy is the one who invented it. Who'd have thought that we'd use machines to harness magical energy?
Artificery is truly a marvelous invention. With it, anyone can utilize the convenience of magic without having noble blood. Although, the expenses of owning artificery present their own barrier.
But that expression on his statue, it kind of looks like he doesn't want to be here, even though his statue is huge.
He does give off that attitude, doesn't he? Okay. Anything else we can...
Nope. I think that's it. Alrighty. Let's go to classroom 2B. The murder scene.
Hey! Stop right there! As you try to enter the classroom, you're stopped by one of the Inquisition Knights. I'm the defense attorney for the accused. We have a right to investigate the crime scene.
Tyrion lying. Ooh, we gonna get in trouble.
Yeah? From what I've heard, that kid doesn't have an attorney yet. Right. You haven't been able to talk to Wallace about that yet.
It's quite all right. Let him in.
Lady Steelwind.
Do not call me that. While you work under me, you will address me as Prosecutor Steelwind.
Yes, Prosecutor Steelwind.
Hey, Arya.
Ugh, what's that smell?
As you enter the classroom, you find yourself inhaling a sour and rancid odor. The stench is so overwhelming that your eyes begin to tear up.
Don't worry. You'll eventually get used to the smell.
What are you even doing here, Steelwind?
I'm here to coordinate the investigation.
You look around the crime scene. There isn't a single Inquisition Knight in the room. Isn't that the Inquisition's job?
Due to the circumstances, I've decided to handle this case personally.
Well, since we've got you here, can we ask you some questions about what happened?
Can I assume that you're planning to defend this case? That would make you my opponent. What do I have to gain from helping you?
Right.
However, I would be willing to answer your questions. But only if you answer some of mine as well.
Oh. Okay. What could she possibly want to ask you?
Sure. Questions for us.
Miss McCoy, it's my understanding that you were adopted. Would you happen to know who your birth parents are?
Hey, isn't that too personal of a question?
You agreed to answer my questions, didn't you?
But I didn't think you meant...
It's fine, Tyrion. I'm fine with answering if it helps Wallace. I don't know who my birth parents are. I've never tried looking for them.
I see.
If I recall correctly, your spell compendium only contained one spell. Considering your upbringing, how did you learn Mageblade in the first place? I bought a scroll from a merchant a few years ago. It had Mageblade's spell formula on it. But I know more than one spell now. I actually just learned a few new spells today. I'm sorry. Spells? As in plural. How long did it take you to learn these spells? A few hours, I think. She learned multiple spell formulas within a few hours?
Was that just now?
I see. Well, I think that's all I need to ask for now. Okay.
She's sharing information about the investigation for that? Why is she so interested in Celeste all of a sudden? Okay. Alright, well, we answered her question. The murder. Let's get right into it. Do you know what happened to your Steelwind?
Well, it all began when the City Watch received a call from the Academy. Supposedly, there was an attack on campus grounds, and the entire building was put on lockdown. The City Watch set up a perimeter around the building while they waited for the system to deactivate.
What? Couldn't the Academy have let them in once the scene was secure?
I'm not sure about the specifics, but supposedly, the lockdown can't be shut down manually. You'll have to ask one of the Academy's admins if you want to know more. Anyway, you two were also present during the lockdown, am I correct? Did either of you see anything suspicious? No, but we actually met the professor that morning. She was still alive then. I see. That does match with the accounts from the other witnesses. Do you have any idea where she went after she left the library?
The headmaster gave us express permission to be here. If you have any issue with that, then take it up with him. I'll have you know that I was on my way to do just that. She said that she was going to meet with the headmaster.
He also mentioned that when I questioned him, she attended the meeting as planned.
The headmaster met with Bellwether. You'll probably want to speak with him next.
She must have found her way into this classroom afterward.
What would you happen to have a map of this academy?
I do. I have extra copies if you'd like one.
Thank you. Okay, storage closet, lecture hall, kitchen. What is this? Wait, who said that? I super skipped over it.
What is it?
There's only one direct path from the headmaster's office to this lecture hall. But I wonder if she took any detours. Okay. Map of the Imperial Academy. It displays the general area where Catherine Bellwether was seen that day. Okay. Ooh, that unlocked a lot of things. Alrighty.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. That smell is driving me crazy. What is that? From what I understand, there was a bit of an accident a few days ago. It happened during one of the classes that the headmaster was teaching. He misread the instructions for an alchemy experiment. As a result, he accidentally produced this rancid-smelling vapor.
Vapor? It's not poisonous, is it?
Of course not. I wouldn't be standing here if it were. It's just extremely unpleasant to the senses.
Foul classroom smell. Headmaster performed an alchemy experiment. Chemical reaction produced rancid yet harmless vapor that still lingers in the room. Okay. How was the body discovered? Do you know how the body was discovered?
2 members of the kitchen staff spotted her collapsed inside this classroom. They reported the situation to the campus admin while they attempted to save her life. But it was too late. The professor had already passed away by the time any healers arrived.
Those 2 staff members. Who were they?
I believe their names were Valentina and Valeria. Valeria Enos. They're apparently sisters.
Valeria, my bad.
Valeria Enos.
I'll go with Enos.
They're apparently sisters. Orem was the one who collected their statements.
Did you notice anything off about their behavior?
From what he said, they had a few quirks, but nothing too suspicious.
Quirks?
He told me that they were running and spinning around him during questioning.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. Perhaps they were still on edge after finding their coworker murdered.
We'll definitely want to speak to those staff members. Okay, body discovered by them. 2 members of the kitchen staff. Yeah, okay. Why is Wallace a suspect? We've already told the Inquisition this, but Wallace was with us the entire time. He couldn't have committed the murder.
Yeah, he has a perfect alibi. Strong, maybe, but his alibi is far from perfect. Miss McCoy herself told us that. There was a small time period when she wasn't with him. What? Right. It was when I came to check on you after you knocked over that shelf. I got a little lost on my way back to Wallace. But still, we only lost each other for a few minutes. That may be, but unless his alibi is airtight, the evidence in this room proves that it was him.
What do you mean?
It will be easier to explain once you examine it yourself.
Let's examine.
Oh, Tyrion, I almost forgot. Since this is our first official case together, I wanted to show you something that I learned.
Okay, what is it?
Repario Arcanum.
That's your voice.
Repario Arcanum.
Interesting.
Okay. What was that?
That is the incantation for the Detect Magic spell.
Detect magic? Wait, does that mean...
Yep. You can see magical traces while we're examining crime scenes now.
Thank you, Celeste. That helps so much. Your bodyguard Celeste can now cast Detect Magic spell while examining a location. Press the Detect Magic button to make magical traces visible. Okay. If there are any magical traces at your location, you'll see a colored overlay. Yeah, okay. Detect Magic.
Repario Arcanum.
There's a trace of illusion magic next to the body. We believe that the suspect donned an illusionary disguise immediately after murdering the victim. Using his disguise, he discreetly made his way back to the library unnoticed.
Assuming that Wallace isn't the murderer, the real killer must have used a similar disguise. Which means that no one would have seen them leave this classroom. It'll be harder to find any witnesses that saw the perpetrator.
What?
What's wrong?
There's a trace of necromancy on the body.
Necromancy?
Isn't necromancy the type of magic that creates undead? She's not going to just get up and walk away, right? We're honestly not sure. That's part of the reason why I've stationed myself here.
But what does that have to do with Wallace?
Oh? You didn't know. Wallace Nightgrave is a necromancer. He's a what? We believe that he's drained her life force completely using a necromancy spell. That's why there are no visible wounds. Here's the autopsy report. It will tell you everything that you need to know.
Cool, thanks. Autopsy report, Catherine Bellwether. Died at 2:01 p.m. Body shows no signs of cuts or bruising. The alchemist report has verified that death was not caused by poison or disease. Body shows traces of necromancy and illusion magic. Cause of death is not apparent, but very likely caused by necromancy magic. Okay.
But in the modern day, even the Inquisition doesn't commonly deal with necromancy. They're all on edge about what other spells he might have used. So, I'm here to make sure that nothing unholy happens to the body.
You can't believe it. You've heard stories of necromancers before. But why would Wallace be studying something like that? But even if Wallace is a necromancer, aren't there plenty of other mages who can cast necromancy spells? This is an academy for mages, after all.
No, there are no laws against it. But the knowledge required to learn necromancy is heavily controlled. No one in their right mind would dare teach necromancy beyond basic healing magic. Frankly, I'm surprised even one student at this school was allowed to learn it. I can see why. But because of this specific piece of evidence, we know that he's the murderer. But it's still too convenient.
What? That's the first time you've seen a thought from Steelwind. Normally you can only see thoughts from people who are stressed or excited. You doubt that Miss Steelwind is excited. So is something causing her to be stressed? Is there something you're not telling us, Steelwind? Because something tells me that this case isn't as straightforward as you claim it is.
If you truly believe that, then why don't you prove it?
Yeah, I can't see any more thoughts from her. She must be subconsciously guarding her mind now. But she's clearly hiding something. Well, she doesn't know we can read her thoughts. But she must be guarding her thoughts, thinking like, I don't know, I guess we picked something up. Picture! Gotta go through all the pictures. It's a painting of some sort of musician. There's some text written below it. Dr. Nicholas Goussou, inventor of the Arcane engine. His work revolutionized trade and travel across the seas. He was well known for not discriminating between the common folk and the nobility, judging his assistants based purely on their merit. When he wasn't conducting research within the Imperial Academy, he was known to compose symphonies for the king in his free time. Looks like he was a man of many talents. Okay.
Oh, they have books here too!
They appear to be textbooks about alchemy.
Oh, lame.
This must be where the students sit during lectures.
Ugh, I can't imagine sitting in one place all day.
Have you never attended a school before?
No, we never had a proper school in Courthaven. I mainly got my education from books that my parents bought from traveling merchants. What about you?
I used to attend a public school in my hometown, but after Miss Tamora adopted me, she handled my education personally. Ooh! I saw that. I clicked a little bit quick through it. But I saw that Arya seemed very sad. Arya didn't seem happy. The lecture hall is a window with a view.
I feel like I'd just stare outside all day if I had to attend class here.
You're not much of a student, are you?
Ugh, I just can't spend hours sitting in one place. I need to move around.
She was pretty antsy while you were studying in the library earlier.
How have you learned so many spells if you're so distractible? I don't know. I just learned the spell formula and cast stuff.
I see.
Is that not normal?
Probably not. I would say.
I can't believe the professor is dead. We just saw her this morning.
There's just a chalk outline around her body, where her body was. Appears that most of this blood came from her abdomen. Is that where the fatal wound was? There's a lot of blood in this puddle. There's no trail leading to it. And there aren't any magical traces anywhere else in this room. I doubt the murderer used magic to clean it.
Does that mean that the murderer attacked her in this room?
Maybe. But it's hard to say for certain.
This is not an open and closed case. If you used a spell to drain her, there would not be blood outside her body. There's a pool of blood where Catherine Bellwether's body was. The location implies that she bled. Okay.
As a mage from a noble house, you must have gone to school here. Do you know Catherine Bellwether? Did you know about Catherine Bellwether while you were here?
Unfortunately, I did. I constantly clashed with her over her treatment of the students. One of my biggest regrets is failing to remove her from her position before I graduated.
Sounds like many people didn't get along with the professor.
I would say more, but it doesn't feel right to speak ill of the dead.
Can I not
prove to her that this is weird. Because there's blood.
What do you think about this, Miss Steelwind?
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't say much about that.
Okay. Do we have anything? Prove to me. Prove to me. What am I missing here? Okay. I mean, it's gotta be the blood, right? Right? Or do I have to come back and talk to her later? Maybe I need to go get something else and come back? Yeah, okay. Let's move. Okay, we have- oh, wow, we have a ton of places to go. Can we talk to Wallius yet? I'm gonna call him Wally. You look around the barracks dungeon cells, but you don't see Wallace anywhere.
The Inquisition is probably still questioning him. We should come back later.
Okay. Let's go talk to the headmaster. Huh. Okay. You follow that map, the map that Steelwind gave you. And you arrive at the headmaster's office.
Oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting guests today.
Sorry for coming unannounced.
You must be... My name is Theodore Redmond. I'm the headmaster of the Women Guard Imperial Academy.
Okay. Headmaster.
And judging from your appearance, you must be the protege of Ruby Tamora. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I thought the music cut for a minute. I was about to be like, did anyone else notice the music just cut when she appeared? Okay, it didn't.
They must be here to investigate the murder.
Wait, Eris? I thought you went to see Wallace.
Unfortunately, the Inquisition is questioning him right now. They aren't allowing visitors. He must be so scared right now. I hope he's okay.
Right. She had the same experience not too long ago.
If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
The murder!
This is terrible. To think that one of my prize students would be accused of murder.
We heard your voice on the intercom when the lockdown happened. Are you the one who triggered it?
Yes, I activated it when I received a call from one of the staff. They reported that Professor Bellwether had been attacked.
Okay, he received a call. Okay, and fatally wounded. How does the lockdown system work?
It's an artificery network that covers the entire academy. In the event of an emergency, I can activate it using this stone.
The headmaster pulls out a glowing stone from his desk. You can hear the hum of magical energy emitting from it.
Once activated, the system creates magical barriers throughout the building. It's designed to create...
My gosh, I'm losing my...
It's designed to contain and protect each room in the building.
Could a powerful mage breach any of these barriers?
I doubt it. The barriers can withstand a great number of force. They even block mages from teleporting through them. And once activated, even I can't turn them off. I can't turn it off for an hour.
He's 88? This man's 8 years older than the freaking judge. Oh my gosh. Once activated, creates a magical barrier. These barriers can't be breached. Physical or magical force. They also block mages from teleporting. Okay. Wallace Nightgrave. What can you tell me about Wallace?
Earlier you said that he was one of your prize students.
Oh, he was sad.
I just need to understand. Why did the prosecutor say he was a necromancer? Because, technically, he is one.
What? But why would he study something like that?
Necromancy is probably one of the most dangerous and scrutinized schools of magic. Its image has been long tainted by stories of dark wizards raising armies of the undead. However, it doesn't just control the forces of death, it also controls the forces of life.
Forces of life.
The truth is that healing magic is also classified as necromancy. Most healers don't care to admit it because of the stigma it has. But that's why Wallace is studying it. He wants to become a doctor.
But there are plenty of mages who know healing magic. Why is Wallace being singled out?
For years he's been studying necromancy beyond basic healing magic. He believes that high-level necromancy could be...
Oh gosh, brain. Could revolutionize... I don't know why I couldn't say that word.
modern medicine.
Sorry. I think my brain's getting to me. I think the heat's getting to me. Oh boy. It is in fact getting hotter in this room. Sorry, I need to stretch real fast. Oh, that felt so good.
Unfortunately, many among the faculty don't see it that way. Wallace doesn't hail from a noble house. He's a mage that was born among the common folk.
He is like me.
Many of the faculty fear that he'll use his knowledge to raise armies of undead, just like the necromancers of old. The Imperial Academy isn't even permitted to teach it to students beyond basic healing magic.
Then why did you allow him to study it?
After everything that has happened to him, I made an exception.
Everything that has happened to him?
I'm not at liberty to say more. You'll have to ask him if you wish to know more.
Wallace's spell compendium.
If you plan on defending Wallace, you'll need his spell compendium. Am I correct?
Yes. We're having a client's compendium is instrumental to acquitting them.
You may find that a bit difficult. You see, after a certain incident, he destroyed his compendium.
What? Why would he do that? Doesn't he need that to use magic?
A spell compendium is a device mages use to keep track of what spells they can cast. It's really convenient for remembering the formulas and incantations of your spells, but it's not actually required to use magic. I thought of destroying mine a long time ago, but they're really expensive. Luckily, I have an unattuned spell compendium right here. I'd be more than happy to give it to you if it helps Wallace.
Oh, thanks.
Wallace just needs to maintain physical contact with it for 10 minutes. After that, the compendium will attune to his magic. Just make sure that you don't let another mage like Celeste hold it. Once it attunes to a mage, no one else can use it.
Okay. Good to know. Mage, keep this on this person for 10 minutes. It will attune to their magic. Display what spells they can cast once it attunes. Okay.
Wait, but when did you...
How did you... I don't know what that said. When did you or how did you?
Wonderful. I just hope you can persuade Wallace to attune to it.
She's changing the story. She's changing the dialogue. For others. I see that. What can you tell me about Catherine Bellwether? Ha! I don't think anyone really liked her. Wow, that was a whole mess of emotions.
She was rather unpleasant to work with.
Can you think of any enemies she might have had?
You might as well list everyone who's attended this school. It's best to be blunt with these sort of things. As you saw this morning, she had a pretty abrasive attitude towards the students. Many people in this school did not care for her.
Maybe she wasn't the nicest person. But would that really be enough to motivate someone to murder her?
She'd often target and harass students, especially those who are from the common folk. She even made a habit of expelling those students for minor infractions. For commoners, magic can be our ticket out of poverty. I can't imagine how it'd feel to have that opportunity unfairly taken from you. She put so much pressure on those students. Some of them even left the academy of their own volition. They couldn't handle her constant verbal abuse. Even then, would that really be enough motive to commit murder? The human psyche is a fragile thing. It's astounding what someone might do when pushed far enough.
What about her relationship with the faculty?
In some cases, it was worse than it was with the students. She'd often treat the staff like her personal servants. I've received many complaints from them about her behavior.
Sorry if this sounds a bit rude, but why didn't you just fire her if she was such a big problem?
She's used her position to curry favor with the noble houses over the years. As you can imagine, the Academy's board is controlled by the nobility. If I ever tried to remove her, they would probably support her over me.
Okay, good to know. I heard that you had a meeting scheduled with Professor Bellwether this morning. What time was this, and when did the meeting end?
Our meeting was scheduled for noon. She arrived on time, and our meeting lasted until 1 p.m.
Did anything seem off about her to you?
No. She seemed to be her usual self.
You detect a trace of fear, or is it nervousness? If you don't mind me asking, what was the purpose of your meeting?
We met to discuss routine administrative matters. Despite our personal disagreements, we knew to stay civil when discussing personal affairs. But to be perfectly honest, it did always feel like I was treading on eggshells when speaking with her.
But you were her superior, weren't you? Didn't she respect your authority?
We had many arguments about how I was managing the academy, and she was very vocal about her distaste for the common folk students. She was difficult, to say the least.
Okay. It's a painting of someone. He looks like some sort of professor.
That's Professor Lucas Gilbert. He was an instructor here many decades ago. He was well beloved by the students here, and he was quite the accomplished scholar. And this was all despite him lacking the ability to use magic.
He studied magic without actually being able to use it?
Yes, he was quite remarkable. Unfortunately, we lost him to illness very early in his life.
Okay. It's a painting of a mage, but he doesn't quite look like a noble.
Oh, that's Jason Steelwind, one of the chosen mages of the Scaled Lord.
Wait, Steelwind? As in...
Yes, he's the earliest record ancestor of House Steelwind. Legends say that the Scaled Lord bestowed his power upon him and his allies to create the first mages.
Wow, it's hard to even tell that he and the prosecutor belong to the same bloodline.
As with all the noble houses, House Steelwind had quite humble beginnings.
If only they'd remember where they come from. There's a fireplace with some burning wood. Looks pretty cozy. Okay. It's a small table for guests. Is that wine?
No, actually, it's just apple juice. Most of my guests are students, after all.
There's a window with a view of the garden. The headmaster has a nice view from up here. Okay.
Repario Arcanum.
Nothing in here.
go to the kitchen. Let's go see if we can meet our witness.
Hello? Is anyone there? Be right there. Sorry, but the cafeteria is closed right now.
Actually, we're here to investigate the murder. We heard that 2 members of the kitchen staff discovered the body.
That would be me. I'm Valentina Inura. Inues. Ianus.
How about the other person? Do you know where they are right now?
Oh, and that would be my sister Valeria. But I think she's somewhere else on campus right now. If you're with those knights, we've already told them everything we know.
Actually, we're investigating separately from them. I wanted to ask you some questions about what you saw.
Sure.
Fuck, that went by so fast.
I'm going to have to remember those details again.
What did you see?
To start, can you tell us how you and your sister discovered the body?
Right, my sister and I were walking in the hallway from the kitchen to the west exit. We spotted the professor in a nearby classroom. She was lying on the floor and bleeding. I used an emergency communication device to call for help. While I was doing that, my sister tried to wake her.
That would imply that Valeria thought that she could be resuscitated. Did she know if the professor was still alive or not?
We're not sure, but she wasn't responding at all. She wasn't breathing and didn't have a pulse.
Okay, Wallace.
What do you know about the suspect in this case? His name is Wallace Nightgrave. He's a student here.
He's that scary kid, right? The one that raises undead?
Those are just rumors. He would never do something like that.
But he studies necromancy, right?
Have you ever actually met him?
No, but I've heard the rumors. He's always hanging around the cemetery. I'm sure he's just biding his time, waiting for his chance to raise an army.
It can't be helped that people think of him that way. You can't help but be a little annoyed on his behalf.
What can you tell me about Catherine Bellwether?
Yet another set of complicated emotions.
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it anymore. She was a horrible person. She was really terrible to all of us.
By all of us, do you mean the Academy staff?
Yeah, she always treated us like her personal servants. Sometimes she'd make messes on purpose just so she could order us to clean it up. This probably sounds terrible, but I'm sure a lot of people are glad she's gone. I just hope we can still keep our jobs.
Interesting. Now, why would she be worried about that? Did you ever feel like your job was at risk because of Bellwether?
Yes, actually. She was actually planning to fire all of the staff.
All of the staff? That can't be true, can it? The Academy needs the staff to function.
I'm not sure about the details. That's just what Jan told us.
Who's Jan?
He's one of the Academy's custodians. You could probably find him cleaning the halls if you look around.
Celeste, this room was close to the crime scene. Could you cast Detect Magic and scan for magical traces?
Sure.
That's not a good sign.
Did he just say scan for magical traces? I'll just get out of your way then. Wow, she just bolted out of the room.
What was that about?
Repario Arcanum.
Nothing here.
There's a rack of cooking implements hanging from the wall.
Valentina must have used these to cook for the students.
Several commonly used ingredients are close to the cooking area. It's a set of pots for cooking soups and the like. Oops, my bad. I couldn't read that. Ah, wrong thing.
There's a large sack of produce in the corner.
Here's some wine here too.
That must be for the professors. It must serve the students meals on these plates. It's a shame that they have to close the kitchen due to the investigation. There's a huge cooking station here. They must prepare the meals in bulk here. Oh, it's a plate of bread. They probably serve these as sides to the entrees.
Don't get any ideas, Tyrion.
What?
Remember when we went to that fancy restaurant? You just kept ordering breadsticks and butter.
The bread is free! Might as well take advantage of it!
You know, eating that many carbs isn't good for you.
Yeah. That's so true, though. If you go to a good restaurant with some good bread that you can order, oh, it's good. It's real good. It's a barrel full of some sort of drink.
I wonder.
It's probably not lotus juice, Celeste.
Okay, well.
You spot Valentina again. She's speaking to someone in a blue-collar uniform. Could he be the custodian that she mentioned? Right.
Jan, where have you been? You still haven't fixed the plumbing in the kitchen sinks.
Ugh, someone just died. Can't we take the day off for once?
You're causing trouble for me and Valentina. Please be reasonable.
Wait. Why is Valentina suddenly speaking in the third person?
Oh? Hello? Valentina? Oh, my apologies. I can see why you're confused. I'm not Valentina. I'm her sister, Valeria.
Kitchen stuff?
Are you trying to trick us or something? You look exactly the same!
Hey, Celeste, twins exist in... It's not like twins are, like, crazy. You remember reading something like this before? You two are identical twins, aren't you? You're both genetically identical to each other.
Yes, we are.
Wait. This means that she was the one who discovered the body alongside Valentina. Since we have you here, do you mind if I ask you some questions about what happened?
I'm terribly sorry, but I've already spent a lot of my time looking for Jan here. I'm really behind on my work. But Jan was also nearby when we discovered the body. I'm sure he can answer your questions.
Before you have a chance to object, Valeria quickly walks off. Wait!
Do you want me to go after her? I'm pretty sure I can catch up to her.
No. We don't want to scare those two more than we already have. Anyways, Valeria said that Jan was around when the murder happened. Maybe he saw something. Name, Jan Hughes. Occupation, custodian. Jan, was it? Do you mind if we ask you some questions about what happened?
Really? Well, whatever. At least I have an excuse to take a break now.
Okay. On this note, I think this is where I'm going to call stream for the day. We've been going for 3 hours, and my voice is really feeling it. Whew, boy. Ugh. Please stick around, though. I am going to be raiding somebody. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, my voice is feeling it. I definitely am going to be needing to take a tea break after this really badly. Whew. A lot of voice acting today. A lot of hard voice acting today. Alrighty. I don't think there's a way to just go back to the main menu. I think I tried that before. Yeah. Alright, we'll leave it on the Jan music then here. Thank you so much, Mores Fortes. Thank you. Oops. There we go. Alrighty.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you guys had a good time. I also hope, again, your weekend is far better. Let me turn this down a little bit. I hope your weekend goes far better than it did last week. Your week. I hope your week goes a lot better than last week, because I know me and a lot of other, some of you last week were having last week was just kind of like not a great week, I feel like, for a lot of people. But yeah. Alrighty, let me do my quick little bit here, guys, and then I will send you guys over to another streamer, and you guys can continue watching somebody else. Alrighty. As you may or may not know, I am a voice actress. And if you were curious about any of the stuff I have been a part of or worked on, including my demo reel, you can go check all that out on pancakeva.card. Again, that is pancakeva.card, C-A-R-R-D. A lot of the projects that I'm a part of includes a lot of stuff from Ken Lair on his channel on YouTube, which is Kenlair. Once again, that is Kenlair. And there is the link for you guys if you guys like to go check that out. We have Couple of the Wild, we have Dance With Me, both of which are audio plays and audio dramas. I voice characters in both of those. Dance With Me, I've got 2 big characters coming up pretty soon. And in Couple of the Wild, oh, the ads were going. And in Couple of the Wild, I voice a couple NPCs. I voice Fi in Couple of the Wild. I will be coming back and have like a kind of big thing in chapter 14. So keep a lookout for that. And then obviously I have 2 big characters coming in Dance With Me. Keep a lookout for that as well. But see if you can figure out who I voice, NPC wise, in both of them. We also have the comic dub Splendor, which is our biggest grossing video, and it was made by Omnomberries, and the music was done by Benthoven. They're both amazing, talented people. Please go check them out and go support me and my fellow actors who all got to be a part of that. We have another comic dub coming soon, which I'm very excited about. We also have, I believe, Couple of the Wild Chapter 11 is coming, I believe, this weekend on Friday. And then for Dance With Me, I believe we're up to chapter 4 right now. I believe. But yeah, and then also, if you're curious about any of my socials and stuff, you can find those all on my card. I'm PancakeV on Twitter, Blue Sky, so on and so forth. And also, I have a Discord, which again, feel free to join if you would like to. It's not required or anything. It's basically like you can lurk in there and just chill and vibe and everything. But yeah. Alrighty. On that note, let me find someone we can raid today. Oh, a thing didn't pop up for that. I thought I had. Also, sorry, Maris. Thank you so much for your for continuing your sub to me and everything. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I swear I thought I had an alert for that. Why did that not go off? I'm gonna have to check that after stream. That's weird. That should have gone off. Or something should have happened. Alrighty. Who do we have that we can raid here? Oh, Random's playing right now. Oh my gosh. Oh, I haven't seen Random on stream. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is, I think we're gonna raid Random tonight. Because it's been forever since I've seen Random streaming on Twitch. What is Random playing? Oh, oh, okay, wait. So Random's playing Deltarune Chapter 3 stream. No spoilers. I may, well, I don't know if I want to spoil you guys on stuff though, but I also love, Random's great. I do want to support him and stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, I think I'm gonna raid Random. If you're worried about spoilers for Deltarune, sorry, oh my gosh, my voice is getting me. If you're worried about spoilers from Deltarune, just, say hi. Just be like, say hi, and then if you need to go, you need to go. That's totally fine. I'm probably also gonna, I'm gonna be watching random stream, but I might have random's volume at 1 just so I'm also not spoiled because I do want to play Deltarune on stream at some point. I haven't played the new chapters. I've only played the first 2 forever ago. When I think they were free? I don't remember. But yeah, I'm gonna send you guys over to random. Stick around, say hi. And I hope you guys, oh my gosh, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye! Bye.